Doc.
Morning, Liz. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad. Just doing some recycling, are ya?
Yeah. Do I have your number? Let me check.
I saw your note on the thingy. How you doing? How you holding up? What happened? Well, I can't get the full story from you right now, but you holding up all right?
Yeah, I got lucky. I got saved by Horny.
Come again?
I got saved by Horny. Madison kidnapped me, took me out to Mount Gordo, and tried to shoot me with a stolen. Well, she claims it's not stolen. She claims a police officer gave it to her. A PD firearm. She shot me with a PD Glock from an early generation and claims that a police officer gave up my location. But then she took me out to Mount Gordo and shot me with it once, but I was kind of running away and I fell into a bush and she didn't stop to finish the job, luckily. And I laid there for about 7 minutes, and a guy who was with a girl trying to find a date because Mount Gordo, or trying to find a place to have a date because it's Mount Gordo, ran into me and they saved me. I got saved by Horny.
Wow.
Yeah, I got lucky.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Me too. Well, I'm a little terrified. But hopefully she thinks I'm dead or something.
Yeah. Hopefully, you spoke
Because
to the
it's not the
police about
second time
this.
she tried to kill me. And of course I did.
Okay, that's good.
And of course there's nothing they can do.
I mean, did they go grab the casings and stuff?
Yeah, they got the casing in the projectile. That's how they know it was an early generation PD Glock that she shot me with.
When they say early generation, they mean like from 5 years back, or they mean from like.
From first wave, post collapse.
Huh.
Because apparently all the PD Glocks, their casings are now registered in the system. And they can tell it's a PD Glock, but it's not registered. So it has to be a first wave.
Interesting.
Yeah. But, it's all he said, she said. So, what are they gonna do?
Hmm. Madison said that a police officer gave up your location.
Yeah. Because, almost all the police know I'm up here. And she claims that a police officer gave up my location and then gave her a gun. Gave her that gun.
I don't think a police officer would have given her a gun, but police officer like naively giving your location away, not knowing that Madison's a psychopath now. I could see that happening.
Yeah, apparently she says it's somebody who's very close to her when she was a sergeant. Because, she was a sergeant back then.
Hmm.
And someone who didn't really care for me that well, but really cared for Madison.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, you just take it easy, okay? And make sure you're with people.
Yeah, it is across the street. C4, one of the local gangs, they look out for me. Because they think I'm adorable.
A gang looks out for you.
Yeah, they don't make me do criminal stuff, don't worry.
Okay.
But they said if Madison comes around, they'll kill her for me.
Oh, okay. That's good, I guess.
Yeah, it's nice of them. I
Okay.
couldn't do
All
it
right.
myself, but at this point, if the police can't help me, I'm not gonna stop them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go meet with somebody at their campsite. So, as I go get me
Oh,
boots on. But
you're gonna go camping?
no, I'm just gonna meet with someone at their campsite.
Oh, where they camp at?
Up
Went
in,
camping on Cassidy Trail recently.
I think it's out by Cassidy Trail. Yeah, out by the old, where they used to have that weed place. They used to have the grow, what do they call it? Not the I can't remember what they used to call those places. Not a distillery. The other thing. Used to grow the weed up there.
Like they used to grow it.
Yeah,
There was a couple of them. Do you mean the one that's in the middle of the mountain pass?
the
Or
old camp, the
the
old with all the log cabins and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, it's up by there. But I'll catch you in a
Oh.
bit, okay, Remington? But you take
Oh,
care of yourself,
hey,
alright?
real quick. Edda's across the street. She's
Yeah.
asking if you can stop and talk to her real quick.
Yeah, I will do.
She just texted me.
She not got my number? What's she doing texting you?
I don't know. She might not have your number. She's
Hmm.
across the street though.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Hello. What are you doing? Etcha? I'm, huh?
We need to go inside. Come on.
What's happening?
Trust me.
I'm on my way to meet Andy.
Okay, well, she was just here for like the last hour and a half, so she'll understand. Okay, now make sure you're whispering and do not take any sensitive information phone calls while you're here, okay?
What the hell's going on? Hold on, hold on. Let me text Andy.
I'll explain everything.
What the hell is going on?
Andy just talked me down from a very hard spiral, so
What the fuck?
things have gotten bad. So it's
What?
disorganized. I'm sorry. I just kind of started throwing notes on the wall as they came to me. Um, for starters, I woke up to a ping from the hospital that there was a mass casualty incident. So I jumped up and I threw on my clothes and I ran to the hospital. And then after we took care of everybody, I was talking to Philippa. Um, there were some people who were in the ICU, and when I came out, Siobhan was there with First Temple. They were kind of lurking to the side and immediately shut up as soon as I came out of the door. And the last thing that I heard was First saying it was a bitch to get. About 5 minutes later, Philippa and I are talking in one of the back rooms about some of the things that we've been experiencing and dealing with. That phone number up at the top then texted me saying, "We are watching you." Then proceeded to send me 2 pictures of me standing in the driveway.
This driveway.
Yes. So it's coming from the house over there, the empty one. So either they were there with a camera or there is a surveillance camera set up over there.
Wait, which house? The one to the left?
The big empty one right next door.
This one?
Yeah. What's your state ID?
1588.
Okay.
1588. Why?
I just sent you a document with pictures of the photos that were sent to me and my text messages. So I did file a police report with Duncan. I've already told Flop. Duncan has set it up in a report, but put it in a place where it
What
can't be
the
seen by
fuck?
Max and Siobhan. since they have access to police records because of the quota thing. And he's going to pass it on to police officers that will find it pertinent. Because I do know that there are 2 officers who are looking into impeaching the mayor. Philippa and I had a conversation over the phone the other night, where she told me about let's get away from the wall. I don't want windows. She had mentioned to me about a specific dollar amount that EMS had given her from the money that they had raised. Just kind of us looking out for each other. And that specific dollar amount ended up in the Gossip Gal text
Yeah,
feature,
I
whatever.
just read that.
Yeah. Nobody knew what the exact dollar amount was except for me, Happy, and Philippa. Happy texted it to Philippa, and Philippa told me over my phone in a phone call. And none of us have repeated it to anybody. So either he was somehow very close to her to overhear it, which she was in the back staff room, so highly unlikely,
Oh my
or
god.
somehow they are able to listen in on phone calls, which I've never heard of. I didn't even know it was a thing. Um,
And who are you suspecting this might be?
First Temple. Uh, we think first is Gossip Gal because he, as is in the notes, he is around City Hall a lot, even though he has no bar license and cannot get a bar license. He kind of sits at the MDT public records desk and just stands there like he's doing something, but I think he's just listening in on conversations.
Okay, this stays between you and me.
Okay.
I had a conversation with Post just the other day when I was buying a microphone for the dispatch room as like a tannoy for the PD because I thought it'd be funny.
Uh-huh.
And he had something on him. He had like this. He explained it to me, but he had this device which was like a how do I describe this? I can't. It's hard to describe, but it was some kind of scanner. And he described it as a radio scanner, a way to scan radio frequencies.
I mean, that
And
used to be a thing back in the day. I remember that.
right, but he said that that wasn't the only thing that they had
Oh,
access
God.
to. And when I didn't want to press details, but when I asked, he said that the things that he had access to were more than the PD ever had access to before. And that if the PD were being surveilled right now, they wouldn't even know about it. He told me that he was putting together a dossier of all the information and was gonna get it all together and put together like a presentation for command and give that all over. Whether or not that's been done yet, I'm not too sure.
Right. I highly doubt that.
But it kind of goes with what he also told me, with that there was he exaggerated, but essentially said there was about 20 new criminal gangsters working down at the news, um, because of the new technology that had some of the big news blokes like First, I guess, had leaked down into the south side and that kind of
That
thing.
explains why so many people are walking around with cameras in the hospital lately.
Mm-hmm. So whatever the tech is must be pretty serious.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you can listen in on people's phone conversations.
If that's crazy.
That's, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so, but here, so, okay. I, like I said, I know this is a disorganized mess, and I'm sorry. As things were coming to me, I just kind of threw them up on the wall, and but I know that the day of the election first was kind of linked on the outskirts of a bunch of circle conversations, like he was eavesdropping. Some he just openly walked up into, but others he just kind of lingered around the edges and acted busy. Um, but I know I'm sorry, me and Philippa uh, have both seen him talking to Max and Siobhan.
What,
And
what's wrong with Forte?
well, I mean, I kind of talked to you about my suspicions with him. But he's been acquainted with them for months because of the whole like thruple thing. They might have slept together. I don't know if that's true or
I
not,
asked him
but
straight up. He said that wasn't true.
okay. Well, but still,
He's a good kid.
I don't think that's true.
He reminds me a lot of Flop.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, when Flop was a youngster, Flop's matured a lot. When Flop was just first around, they were very
I
similar.
don't think that Flop would speak to people the way that Santino does. When we were all on the roof, it was me and Ziggy, Santino, and Maeve, and he kept kind of pushing her back and telling her to back off, like she was somehow taking his spotlight. Um, and I didn't. It's hard to explain, but I don't know. I didn't like the feeling, the way that he spoke to her. And she was sitting in her car outside of the house a few days ago, just sitting there. Uh, Listen, okay, I'm not going to lie and say that I'm not really paranoid right now, especially after getting this text message, but I was already kind of
I
leaning that way
couldn't
anyways.
tell.
But
It's
this is how my brain works. Like I I sit there and process everything that comes to my mind. I put it out there and then I sort through it and make it make sense. But I don't trust him. I don't trust him. He's been very nice to me, but just because people are nice to me doesn't mean that they're not horrible to others. Um, Plus, whenever he was speaking to Ziggy about the adoption, whatever, he was like, "Well, does Flop have to adopt me?" And he said
Yeah,
it
you mentioned that.
he said it with such contempt that I don't want him
in my family if he's going to speak about my brother like that. And
Okay.
that's just me being 100% blunt. You don't get to pick and choose. It's all or nothing, and if he has a problem with one of us, he has a problem with all of us. And so but so yeah. Uh
Just listen. We'll talk about this more later, but
no, I know you need to I did kind of tell Andy about your conversation with nobody.
okay.
Just that you got pages because that's what she was curious about.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna
but
go chat to her about that.
okay. Um, I'm gonna put this all together in a notebook that will stay in this house and won't ever leave. I'm just gonna put it in the desk. And then that way it's all there for everybody to see. And like I said, just be careful about conversations that you have here. Don't no more rooftop conversations for right now.
Yeah. And listen, I know you might not like this idea, but I think it might be time for you to get that gun license.
Yeah, Flop mentioned that too. Yeah, I think Sean and I both will probably be going and getting one. Um, yeah.
All right.
Flop is mad at me. Um, because I'm reapplying for the treasurer position.
Were
He
you
doesn't think.
applying? I
Well,
thought it was a fit.
well, the thing is that I don't, I don't know. I'm having to re-interview. I don't know if it's a formality. I don't know if it's, I'm genuinely going to be replaced. I don't know. Um,
Hmm.
but you know, in the event that something does happen to me, or if I choose to step down, then at least they will have people who are still interested that they can fall back to.
I was just
But
looking out for you. That's all.
I know, and he's coming from a place of fear because he is worried about me because I did call him
Yeah.
crying because it caught me off guard. But
Oh my. Etta. And when
I
he's bloody mad at you, because you're scaring him, man.
I know, and that's why I apologized to him. It was just that he was the only because Sean had just gotten shot and he was asleep upstairs, and I didn't have anybody,
And he's
to
picking me
tell.
again.
Okay, all right, yeah, no, go ahead. Just talk to Flop if you can. I know he might still be around on duty. He did
Okay.
also get shot earlier, so if you could check on him too, please.
Okay. All right. I will do. All right. We'll catch
I'm
up. I
too
promise.
afraid to leave the house, so
Don't get trapped in here. So that win.
I promise. I promise.
I'm trapped in here.
Oh, you
I'm
don't have
I'm
your
I'm
you don't have your
trapped.
key?
I
I'm
do
sorry.
have
I
a
thought you had
key,
your.
but I guess I can't be bothered to get it out of my pocket.
You're fine. All right. Love
Thank you.
you.
Love you. Jesus Christ, man. I can't do bars. Hello.
Howdy. How are you?
Oh, hey, Forte. I'm
I haven't
I'm
talked
pretty.
to you in forever.
Yeah, I've had a couple sick days, mate. How are you?
Good. Just want to say hi. Hi.
Yeah, what's been going on? Have I missed anything?
I don't know.
Anything happened past few days?
I don't think so. Just
Nothing.
normal shit.
Normal shit. Okay, yeah. Were you working?
I'm always looking for an excuse not to.
Why is that? Why you don't want to work much?
Because I like to get out there and be a person.
You can be a person and a police officer at the same time, you know.
Yeah, but nobody talks to you like normal though.
I mean, you can foster that, you know.
Oh, I've tried. I got shot over it. Oh yeah, I got shot. Maybe that's new news.
Oh God, what? How?
I was performing at Tequila La, and a bunch of dudes came in and basically robbed everyone. And then they robbed me, and they realized I was a cop, and then they shot me.
Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Jesus, what? Am I not on your emergency contacts?
Do you want to be?
Yeah. What the hell?
Okay. Yeah.
When was this?
A couple days ago.
My God.
It was crazy.
Did they find out who it was?
Nope. I don't even think there's a report.
Oh my God. Shift 2?
Shift 2.
Classic.
Classic, right?
Okay.
Slacks was there.
Slacks was there. All right.
I heard his voice.
That's good. Well, it's not good. That's bad, actually. It's really bad. Okay.
It's not great. Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, it's not great. Look. All right.
No Cornwood called me a little Texas Ranger.
No, that's cool. That's
I
cool.
jizzed everywhere.
Okay, Forte, please. Can you not say things like that to me? Yeah. Well, I'm nothing, but just can you not? I'm married. Do you know that? I don't need to know about your juices.
I'm not. Let's just get some shit straight. I'm not even gay, even a little bit.
And doesn't mean I want to hear about your juices.
So you don't have to flex your marriage at me like I'm trying to home wreck it.
Yeah, everybody, listen. Ziggy tried it. That's all I'm saying, and now he's married to my son. So
That's so weird.
it's pretty weird, huh? Yeah, but that was a long time ago, so we're over there now. It's in the past, but I will never forget it, and I'll hold a grudge.
Family's a family of incests.
Okay, no, that is not true. There no incest
Really?
ever happened. Yes, really, yeah.
It's like if imagine the craziness of drama that if Sean Maple and Etta broke up and then I got with Etta. That's crazy.
That would be pretty crazy.
That would be crazy.
That would be pretty crazy. That's not gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. I'm telling you now.
No,
yeah,
I could never. Honestly, I could never.
Okay, all right, good. Don't even think about it.
Well, I have a meeting with the Oh yeah, I had a meeting with the Oh, maybe I shouldn't.
You have a meeting with the mayor?
Ooh, maybe I shouldn't talk about that.
Why do you have a meeting with the mayor?
No, I had one.
Why are you having meetings with the mayor, Forte? You don't know? Or you don't want to tell me yet? Are you getting, like, promoted or something?
No, he asked me questions.
Is you questions about, like, your boss? Santino?
Can't tell you, it's secret.
You can't tell me why. Why can't you tell me?
Because it's a secret.
Why is it a secret? Is it police related?
Kinda.
Kind of. Is there a report about it?
Mm-mm.
So it's not police related.
Mm.
Are you good?
Yeah, I just have to be vague about it.
Okay, listen. So it's not police related because there's no police report, but it's vaguely police related. So it's got to be about people either in PD or related to PD, but you can't tell me specifically about it. So is the mayor asking questions about? So the mayor's asking questions about? Was he asking questions about me?
Mm-mm.
No. Is he asking questions about people I know?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is he asking questions about ETA? Because you brought it up right after we were
Roll
talking
a
about ETA.
D20.
What?
Roll a D20.
What do you want to...
Just do it. What'd you get? You have advantage.
I'm going 11 miles per hour right now because you're so suspicious.
Did you roll a D20?
Yeah, and I'm going 11 miles per hour.
Oh. Was that with advantage?
Forte, listen.
What'd you get?
I'm going 11 miles per hour right now.
But
Forte,
you have advantage.
Forte, this conversation is very advantageous. I agree, yeah.
You sense that. I'm up
Oh
to
my god.
something.
This guy. Oh my god, this guy.
I don't know. The mayor just wanted to meet with me.
I didn't need to roll to understand that. This fucking guy. This freaking guy. You wanna meet up somewhere, Forte?
I'm actually going into a meeting.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay, at the at town hall.
I don't know.
Okay, well,
With my manager.
with your manager. Oh, Tally.
Yeah.
Okay, music stuff.
Mm.
Okay, listen. Why even tell me about it if you're not gonna tell me nothing?
Because I know it's gonna bother the shit out of you. Because it's juicy.
Oh, what? So you just prodding me now? What? Why? Why even do that? Why even do that in the first place? Where's this coming from? Huh? I don't. You know what, Forte? You know what? Talk to me when you want to be mature about things, okay?
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
This fucking guy. He asking me to roll for something when he's already been the most sus person on the fucking planet. Jesus Christ. What is happening today? I need to listen. All I'm saying is No, I was gonna make a I was gonna make a really dark joke about getting my dog neutered. Gonna say I have to get my dog neutered more often. Apparently, apparently, apparently some good RP happens afterwards. Sorry, Beans. How's Beans doing? He's doing a lot better today. He's doing a lot better. No balls, the RP. Oh God, Gold. What the fuck? I need my hood back. Hold on. I applies the balls to the ball. I don't even get to talk about Norman things yet because this has happened. Oh, damn it. Okay, we'll talk about Norman things in a minute. We'll say rides a motorcycle. Sorry, my music was down for a minute. Boom, 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 bam, 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 bam. No, fuck it. Dark jokes and character RC. What do you mean like this? You said dark. Okay, god damn it. He's not here. What is he doing? I think he said he was on duty. Hmm.
Hey, Dad.
You're all right, mate. How are you?
Doing all right. How are you doing?
What's he on duty?
He is, yes.
Where's he at? Where is he right now?
He was on duty.
Is he not on duty anymore?
He is not on duty anymore.
Hmm.
He told me that we need to talk. Not you and me, but I was like, he wants to know about family stuff, and I between you and I don't. That ain't his business. Did you guys want to tour this house too? Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm good. The blue.
You said he
Which blue
wanted to
one?
know about family stuff.
Yeah, apparently he hasn't been filled in with, I guess, my side of stuff. So I don't know. Let me see your tablet real quick. Thank you. Are you gonna be going on duty at any point? If not, I don't mind going off duty and catching up with you real quick.
You talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Who's you? I mean, yeah, I'll come. I'll come pick you up from the PD. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm just helping someone tour houses right now. And then as soon as I'm done, whoa, this place is cool.
Hey, listen, something's going on with Forte. I don't know what, but yeah,
What do you
something.
mean?
I'll talk to you in person, but
Okay, all right,
I don't know.
all good. We'll
right.
we'll talk soon.
Okay, bye bye.
All right, bye bye.
Oh, double shot fired in your Lord Jamaica. What the fuck? Is there a racist thing? What the fuck is happening? Ominous music? Dude, shit's just been popping off. We just had 2 hours and 15 minutes of non-stop RP. Non-stop. We woke up. We had a thing with Etta where Etta's going paranoid, okay? Etta's going full paranoid. She thinks Forte is sus. There's people spying on the house. She thinks First Temple is Gossip Girl. She thinks First is spying on a phone call, which could be possible because First also had a conversation with Dark and said that the news reporters have a bunch of surveillance equipment which outclasses anything the PD had prior to the collapse. And he even mentioned a radio scanner. So could be possible. There was a bunch of other shit too. Then he had a big conversation with Andy Jones about Norman Bones. And that was the whole thing. And now, straight after, Forte called up, was acting mega sus. Like, mega sus. Whose car is that? Forte was acting mega sus about having a meeting with the mayor. And then, straight after, we speak to Flop. And then Forte wants to have a conversation with Flop to get caught up with family stuff. But I don't know what the fuck I've missed over the past few days, but Jesus Christ. First Temple used to be a judge and a lawyer. Is apparently in character on some kind of blacklist from both. That has since been a news reporter. A very, well, I think like in terms of like the job, he's very successful. I don't know how successful he is like in the city as like a from a roleplay perspective, but I've got an idea. Who is that guy? That was like on the radio by the hospital, right? Maybe it's a local. Keep an eye on that person. Doc, I have to ask something about something. Doc says something. You just gotta help people whether they've done good things or bad things. You gotta help people. It's the right thing to do. Is something Doc's applying just to Norman, or is this something he's trying to see situations? Yes, this is something. This is like a. This is like a. This is a dark thing. This has always been a dark thing, but Doc's always kind of. I've tried to always make it be a dark thing, but Doc's always held grievances a lot more, and it's always been a lot more difficult for him, I think, to do those kind of things. But I think with the Ziggy situation, and like, you know, Ziggy doing what he's doing, I think there's been a bit of character development for Dark and being like, you know, it doesn't really matter like what people have done, or even if they're, you know, whether they're people or not, right? In Norman's case, you know, people doing good things, it doesn't really matter what they've done, right? But yeah, I think it's a little bit. Doc's always tried to do the good thing, no matter who the people are. But I think he's probably reined himself in from doing so in the past. And with this Norman thing coming from the Ziggy situation, I think it's going to develop his character a little bit. You know the mayor and deputy mayor are? No, I actually don't. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Down it. Does this mean Doc's gonna be like friendly with all the criminals? No. He's still gonna see criminals as criminals, right? It's not changing a lot for Richard, to be honest. It just means that like he's not gonna completely shut down from helping people that have hurt his family in the past, or have hurt him in the past, or anything like that. Yeah, dude, I say this every single time, but I wish me and Kiva were on the same schedule more often, dude. I really do. He's just fucking fantastic. Okay, I guessed wrong. I guessed wrong.
Hey.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm in the house with Sean.
Wait, I don't know the extent of it yet, but I think you might be right about Forte.
Why?
He called me up, and he was acting real strange. Your name got brought up in, like, we were talking about Ziggy, and we were just having a bit of a stupid laugh and a joke about Ziggy trying to get with me and Matt, right? And he was like, that would be like if Matt and if Maple and Etta broke up and I tried to get with Etta. And after your name got brought up, he then was like, oh, I had a meeting with the mayor. And was like, oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. And try to change the subject a little bit. And I was like, what do you mean you had a meeting with the mayor? And he really didn't want to answer any questions. I said, was it PD related? He was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, what was it about? He's like, I can't tell you. Was like, is there a report about it? And he was like, no. So I was like, okay, so it isn't really PD related because there's no report about it. So it's not PD related, but it is PD related. So it's probably about people within the PD. And he was being really suspicious about it. Wouldn't give me anything. And then, anyway, I don't know. I said, why did you tell me? Like, why did you even bring it up if you're not going to tell me about it? And he was like, because I know it's gonna fuck with you a little bit. And then I don't know.
Motherfucker.
But then I called up Flop afterwards. He was like, I'm going to have a meeting with my manager. I was like, listen, talk to me when you're going to be mature, all right? Because he was laughing and stuff. And I was like, talk to me and be mature about it. So I hung up and I called Flop afterwards. I was like, Flop, we need to talk about Forte. And he was like, yeah, Forte said, because I was asking Flop whether Forte was on duty. He said, no, he's gone off duty. And Flop said, yeah, Forte said he needs to speak to me about family stuff. I was like, what do you mean family stuff? And he said, Forte, he said, yeah, he wanted to speak to me being Flop, to catch up on family stuff that he hasn't been filled in on. And Flops was like, well, between me and you, though, that's none of his business.
He's not part of the family.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on, but I don't know.
Oh my god, he's just as bad. He's one of them.
I don't know. But I'm gonna go talk to Flop. But I thought I'd give you a heads up. Just be careful. If you see him around up there, just let me know, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right. Take it easy.
All right.
Bye
Love
bye.
you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Oh god. Gloomstalker Ranger. Ooh, good choice.
Hello.
All right, mate.
Hey, I'm just getting a refuel on the bike here, and I'm gonna be going. I'm gonna be going off duty. Do you want to pick me up?
Sure, where are you?
Going back to MRPD now, parking up the bike. Gonna grab my stuff, put my gear away, and then I'll be there.
Oh yeah, I can see you. All right, I'll be
Yeah.
out front. Okay.
Yep, I'll see you in a minute.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah, Drow. I fucking love Drow, dude. Drow are cool as shit. The only problem with Drow is that sunlight sensitivity, but listen, between you and me, yeah, in my homebrew world, I'm gonna take that out of it because I want people to play Drow. Unless it got did that get removed from like the newer? It might have been removed. Because I know it got removed for the Duragar in the newer books, so it might have been removed anyway. Yeah, me too, Prox. Just everyone ignores sunlight sensitivity. Boring. Or there's just like an item. Gloomstalker screams teeth. Tiefling's a good one too. Haven't fight music. Oh god, Majestic, good luck, buddy. Yeah, I've written I haven't written. I don't write plots from it, but session 1 is coming along. But I'm ding doinking the players for the group to get their backstories sorted because so far Ziggy's the only one, and I'm like ding doink, level up, backstories, do your things, guys. I've got some pretty good ideas. It finally came together the other day. I had a light bulb moment because I was like throwing some ideas around and was like, no, don't like it. No, don't like it. And then one thing was like, ooh, I like that. I was like, I can make that a 12 session campaign. I can do that. Good luck with Kirby. Yeah. Listen, I described back to this backstory thing as easy as possible. He can give me his backstory in like 7 to 10 bullet points. That's how easy I made writing a backstory. What the hell are you wearing, man?
Don't worry about it.
We're going to the clothing store.
Why?
So you can get you some clothes. They don't look like they came from the secondhand pile.
Listen, I purposely dress like this because I don't want people to approach me off duty. I want to just
God,
look
you
like...
sound like you're dead. Stop it.
What?
Listen, as soon as they hear your voice, they're gonna know who you are.
I'll just disguise it.
How? Go on, try.
Hey, I'm Matt
Jesus
Rhodes.
Christ. Oh my God. Come on, put something on, please. Just take the hoodie off.
Okay,
I don't know
can you
why
get
you
out
thought...
of my way so I can see the mirror?
What mirror?
There's a mirror. I'm looking through the glass and you're blocking the glass. What do you got against the hoodie?
It's just no. It's springtime. You don't need to put your hood up anymore. It barely rains
It's
here.
springtime. You got a jacket on. Pop me kettle.
Well, yeah, but it's not raining yet.
Ew, what the fuck is this? What is this pattern? What am I looking at?
Oh, that looks like some alien runes, man.
Uh,
And what is that hat? Did they mold that after a watermelon?
no, it was good for the hood. It doesn't look good without the hood. That's why the hood always stayed on.
Jesus Christ, man.
Oh, wait. Oh no, we didn't. I was gonna say, when did we get formals? But we didn't get. What the fuck is this?
You haven't seen these? Even I've seen these. I want this.
God, these look so good.
I know. I wanted this, but without the fire stuff on.
Oh my god. Jesus. Yeah,
You
we're
know,
gonna be here for like an hour.
I think this suits you. Put a different color on.
I need you to get out of my way. Ooh, okay, hold on, wait. Let me cook. Give me a second.
You all right, mate?
Hello. Arnie?
What?
Arnie, is that you?
No, I'm not Arnie.
How you doing, Arnie? Good to see you.
I'm doing good. How are you, Arnie?
Doing good.
That's great to hear. What about you, Arnie?
Change the color of the change the color of the
Yeah,
cardigan, please. Please.
What are you?
Just please.
Why are you so complicated?
I'm not complicated. I just have an eye for fashion.
Well, the problem is that you're complicated because you're telling me that a sweater is good.
See, that's nice. See, that's good. Why are you wearing like a formal shirt with it? You know.
Well, I wasn't going to. I was just going through colors, but you know. Is there not just a black shirt?
So, do you need some fashion advice?
I mean, sure, why not?
Okay, what are you going for? You going for, is it business or pleasure?
Business.
A business? Is it evening or daytime?
I would say evening.
Evening, okay. Italian or English?
Let's go with Italian.
Okay, is this a dinner reservation or a formal affair?
More like a formal affair.
Okay, well, get rid of the bloody pimp jacket to start.
All right. What would you recommend? Like this?
Yeah, let's burn it up a bit. Let's put the top button up. Let's yeah. Want to look smart? Let me see what let's see what we got on the rack. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go for let's go for rack 31 perhaps. Yeah, and then let's go for an undershirt of the size size. You look like you're like a nice slim lad. Maybe like a 148 perhaps. And then I'll leave the colors up to you. And then just get yourself a nice tie and some matching pants, and you'll be set. And obviously sort your
Yeah.
your
I'll figure
titties
out the
are
holes.
poking out. Right, back to you, son.
Yeah, I'm changing
you
it
so
up. I'm
much.
sorry.
What have you done? What's this leather
I
jacket?
didn't like it. I didn't like it.
You've gone back to what you were wearing before.
I'm changing it.
Can I request a wig?
No, you can request a hat.
Wait. Right. Maybe not that one.
Is there a problem
You-
with my hat?
You have to wear a hat.
Yes, I have to wear a hat. For my entire career, I wore a hat. What are you talking about?
Doc's looking way too similar to Norman. This is not Doc's Norman Bones fit. This is Doc's death fit. Bloody hat. Where's hats these days? Damn it. All right, just you know what? You barely changed. Just hurry up. I'm sick.
You wanted to come here. I don't want to hear it. All right, let's go.
Are you kidding me? Yeah.
You know, I don't got a lot of time. And this is what I'm wearing.
I hate you so much. You just you just wasted our time.
No, I didn't just waste time.
You did,
You
because
wasted
you could have at least changed something.
Yeah, I did.
I'm so sorry. Oh, God, I've got to give this guy some money. I'm so sorry. Hold on, let me give you some money. Oh, I give you that $100 or something. $90. That's all I.
That's an expensive car, sir.
I know. So sorry. It's just my.
That'll do.
So sorry. You're looking.
That's okay.
I mean, the pants don't match, but and you've got sneakers. I'm just gonna have to go before I vomit. But you're better than nothing.
Okay. Thank you.
You helped that guy not dress like a criminal, and he's still dressed like a criminal.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, pot me kettle, I can't really judge myself, but
You look. Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's talk. 40.
yeah, what's up? What's going on? He told me he talked to you. Oh my god.
What the hell?
Oh, I clocked him.
Are you kidding me? Yeah.
I'm off duty, but my ALPR is stuck on my phone. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Don't worry about it. What's going on? He told me that he talked to you, but he wanted to talk to me. He's like, I gotta know what's going on about everything. I know everything. I'm like, Forte, we could talk at some point.
He
I'm
said
gonna be honest
what?
with you. He said he knows everything and he wants to talk to me because apparently I'm the only one in the family who he hasn't talked to yet.
He knows everything and he wants to know everything.
Yeah. Sorry. Let me rephrase. He said, I know everything, but he wants to know my side of everything going on.
That sounds suspicious to you?
Well, I haven't had the conversation with him, and it's because I don't really... It's not that I don't trust him, but I really don't see a point in having to fill Forte in. I don't know why he needs to be filled in. I got enough shit going on, and I hate to say it, but as lovely as Forte can be, man's a loose cannon, and I I don't see it being my business having to explain to him, respectfully speaking, family business.
Okay, well, he called me earlier and was acting really strange.
Huh?
Yeah. So he called me. He was like, "How are you? We haven't spoken in a few days." I was like, "Yeah, fine. How are you?" Blah blah blah. Just a normal, right? Immediately after Esther's name was brought up, I don't know whether that was a coincidence or not, but he was like, "Oh yeah, I had a meeting with the mayor." And I was like, "What?" I was surprised, and he was like, "Cause I was like, half, because who is the mayor?"
Huh. Anyway,
Who's the mayor?
it's exactly who you think it is.
Who? No, I don't know who it is.
Max Thoroughbred.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Well, I was half like, okay, maybe, he might be. I mean, I thought it might be a good thing. I don't know. I thought maybe he might be like doing some music things because I thought it might be a good like possibility for him. But then he was like, "Oh, I shouldn't have said that." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Well, it's like a PD thing." And I was like, "Okay." And he was like, "Oh, it's
Says
secret."
the guy that works for the PD, by the way. You.
I mean, sure, but I get it. But I was like, okay, well, why did you mention it then? And basically, I was like, so it's a PD thing. And he was like, yeah. So I was like, so there's a report about it, and he was like, no. So I was like, okay, so it's not a PD thing, but it's about PD people, and he was like, yeah. And so I was like, okay, so it's about PD people, but it's not about the PD as a whole. So why? But you can't tell me about it specifically. So I was like, is it about me? And I was like, no. But then he was like, there are people I know, and he was like, yeah, no. So I don't know. He's acting real suspicious. Wouldn't tell me anything. And I was like, why did you even tell me in the first place? And he was like,
So he wouldn't specify any of this, but he
no.
wants to know everything else going on with all of us.
Apparently,
According to him, he's spoken to every. Listen. Brute force do not work with me. Brute force can fuck right off. And in my experience, I have never sat down with somebody out of the family and started spewing about family drama unless it was somebody associated with, i.e. at the time, Ziggy. I found out something else regarding, I guess this is another topic, but had a talk with Etta earlier, and I'll be honest, I'm kind of pissed with Etta right now, but I don't hate her. It's just she's making a very irrational, she's making a very irrational decision. But for Forte, I don't know anything about this conversation. He hasn't brought it up with me. I've kind of been pushing him away a little bit. And he thinks that I'm ignoring him, which, hey, shocker, he's probably a little bit right about that. My priority is, family issues. And as I put it to Ziggy, I will put it to you as well. No hate to Forte, but I'd rather deal with our problems before I deal with outside problems. I've been saying that for the last 3 months.
About that. Have you spoken to Etta today yet?
Oh, yeah.
You know about the house?
Yeah. So I'm going to break this down for you. There's photos at the house. There's a bunch of shit going on. Etta called me and I said, I'm in the middle of something. She goes, I need to speak with you. I don't want to talk or text. I said, if it's an emergency, call 911. Not an emergency, I need to talk with you. And I go to the hospital, and she goes, I need you to come in the back room. Don't tell anyone. I'm in the back with someone. Follow me. I'm like, no, get the fuck over here. What the hell is this? Nope, just come in the back. We'll talk. Etta, no, get over here. What is going on? It's Dr. Cantor. I said, that doesn't change your urgency. This sounds like an emergency. Blah, someone took photos of us at the house, blah, blah, blah. They, you know, an unknown number, they're after, blah, blah, blah. Also, they found out, you know, or stuff that was said through a phone call. So I think they were listening. I said, okay, so let me get this straight. You put me in a room with you, me, and Cantor with 3 cell phones in an attempt on possibly your life to spew it all in the room? Also, direct police emergency. You didn't call 911 because you don't trust anybody, and you thought that me, the homeowner, would not be conflicted out of this? So I had a whole thing. I had to call another officer to take the statement because I can't touch this. Way too close for this to be my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And before the officer got there, I was talking with Etta. And she was telling me about how, you know, she doesn't want to give up. And I said, well, you're not running again, are you? And she goes, no, I have to run again for treasurer. I said, for what? What could you possibly... I said, didn't this man put a hit on your life? She said, yes. So this man put a hit on Etta's life. And in her mind, her walking away is her giving up. And Cantor was there, who had this, respectfully speaking, got a lot of respect for Cantor, but this really passive-aggressive question that I shut down immediately. She said, Flop, do you not care about the future of this city? Now let me break this down for you, Dad. Not only do I care about the future of this city, but I also have these things called limits and limitations. And if there's anything that I've learned in all of my time stepping foot on this island, the last time we tried to stop a government from collapsing, we all got forced into a war. There was literally nothing we could do to stop that. A man walked into a meeting room and said, you're all going to grab guns and fight for a good cause, and you have no choice in it. There was a time and place to stop Thoroughbred from doing anything that would have caused detriment to the city, and it was called the first term.
Or the election.
Yeah. The fact that this man was re-elected is everything that I need to know to tell Etta this man is going to brute force his way to get what he wants, and the only restriction he has is the day that he gets in trouble for it, because he doesn't have to run for an election again. Now it's fair game. It's over.
Yeah. Hey, you take that? Can you drive for a minute? Take it and drive.
Sure. What? Okay, well, I don't like the start of that. What happened to you?
Back in a sec, chat.
Okay, did you get kidnapped? What the fuck's going on? I really fucking hate that. Where are you? Okay. What? Are you okay? Also, by the way, asshole, don't ever leave me for cigarettes like that again. Fuck you. You just disappeared all of a sudden, and what? You left a note saying I'll be back in 2 weeks? Yeah, and it's welcome back, asshole. Thanks for the heads up. Let me have this moment, fucker. Okay. I'm coming up to the house. I'm driving a. No, I think we really should. No, I understand. I'm going to tell you now, I'm buying a gun, and the first person to step on the property is getting a bullet to the head. Take all the photos they want. Ziggy? Okay. All right, bye.
I'm back. Cooking me some fries. I'm hungry. What's happening?
I just bought a gun.
I can see that.
Ziggy's in a panic and wants to go up to Polito, and said that we shouldn't have conversations in front of the house. I said, yeah, no shit. I said, first person to step foot on the property is going to get castle doctrine, and they're going to find a bullet to the face. I think if under any circumstance someone's going to try and bully me away from sleeping under my roof, they can go fuck themselves. Is it the right answer? No, but I'm sort of tired of people treating this as, you know, I should just. That's it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Ziggy's got to talk about, because he sounds pretty urgent.
I have
And I
no
don't have a
idea.
lot of time today.
I haven't
Okay.
spoken to him.
No, you're good. Between you and I, though, I have given up on trying to reason with Etta on her run for treasurer. She thinks if she walks away, she's giving up. And I told her that she should. I didn't say this to her, but honestly, as soon as he won second term, everyone should walk away. Max is going to get his way. And that's a fact. And I think Etta being in harm's way. The other thing, too, that I want to just note down as well. Is this car intentionally just incredibly slow? Sorry. Edith said something. She said she knew that things were going to get muddy and dicey in this position, and she accepted that when she took the offer. But I reminded her that the moneyness should come from the civilian, not from the person you're working for.
I agree.
And I think the fact that there is inherent risk with that, I feel like, to be honest with you, I feel like my hour-long conversation I had with Etta was thrown out the window because I told her that she wasn't giving up as she walked away. For her to tell me that she would be giving up if anything, told me that I feel like our conversation didn't mean much. So, God only knows what Ziggy's got to fucking say because he has a new number. And I said,
He has
were
a
you
new
kidnapped? What
number?
happened? Oh yeah, he's got a new number. I said, were you kidnapped?
Oh, God.
He said, I'd rather not talk about it on the phone. Yeah, I'm.
I have a theory about that.
What's your theory? Because we're about to hear his side.
You see that tape the other day?
No.
There was a tape left at the poll booths, my front door, everybody's bloody front door, about Max and his doings. Pretty well made. It had some details in that were mentioned in that talk we had on the roof.
Ziggy did say that he was considering maybe having some kind of a. What the hell is that? He mentioned helping out with something. Which honestly, any political campaign, I mean, it's part of politics. Nothing illegal about it.
It was stupid.
Oh, I don't disagree. Dumbass! Dumbass, where are you? Dumbass!
We're inside, sweetheart.
Who has the fucking key? I haven't had a goddamn key for 3 weeks. Rob.
Where is he?
He's on the roof.
The door's over here.
I'm here looking for Ziggy. Where is he?
He's inside.
That's unfortunate. I wanted to have the conversation on the roof in front of the house.
Inside. All right. Okay. Before you come up the stairs.
Yeah, no,
You're
I'm
about to
coming
see
up
a
my
lot.
fucking stairs.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay. All right. All right. So while we are here, some things that you are going to read and see. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. I need you to come close, including you, Richard.
I've been here already,
Can I have a
Z.
key to my house, please?
Okay. All right. Okay. That's good.
We can get you one cut soon, baby.
I need to
Yeah.
step out for a minute.
Okay. All right. Where the fuck is he going?
He
needs
says
to
he
read
needs
all
step
this.
out for a minute.
Why are you panicking, Jiggy?
I'm not panicking. I'm angry.
Why are you angry, Jiggy?
Look.
Let me be the therapist. Why are you angry, Ziggy?
We're not doing this right now.
Verbalize it.
If I speak, I am in trouble.
No, listen. We figure out these problems by just thinking out loud, right?
Mm-hmm. If I think out loud right now, I am going to say things that I may not necessarily mean or would do, but oh my God, they are not good at the moment. So,
Yeah.
You think this is because of the video?
What video? So I think all of this is because of the video.
Yeah.
No, I think all of this is because guy fucking hates our guts. Period.
He hates me.
Yeah, he hated Etta before.
He's
that
hated me
video.
for months. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one of you two was it?
What the video?
The wait, are
video.
you talking about the smear video about Max?
Yeah, which one?
Yeah, it was me.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know about that. Dakota told me about it on the night of the election. I didn't even know about it.
No, nobody knew about it. It was me.
Is that a good idea?
Probably not. No, but you
Oh.
know, he was. He'd been stirring, and I wanted to stir a little, so I did.
Okay, to be fair, I think it was a good idea because it has people actually speaking up against him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people were on Twitter calling for his impeachment.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, maybe
We should probably
now,
close the circle a bit because we need to whisper in
yeah,
this house
we
because
do
people
need
can
to,
hear us outside.
yeah. So, yeah, people can hear us if they're walking down the stairs if we're not whispering. So we need to whisper.
Mm-hmm.
Figures.
Hi.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
hi. What am I looking at? What the hell is this? What
I need
am I
to
missing?
take a moment to read, frankly.
So I came home after, I got the
I'm eating
text
my
message,
fries. Enjoy the tea.
and it started out as a post-it to kind of warn everybody as everybody woke up, like, hey, don't have any conversations around the house, don't stand outside because we're being watched. And then it just kind of snowballed from there and became that. Because the more that I thought things out and started remembering things, the more, and then Philippa and I having that conversation, the things that we were piecing together, and then Andy came over and I talked to Andy, and pieced more things together, and then Richard, I pieced more things together, and there you go. Sean also confirmed something that we suspected, and then Richard also confirmed it as well. So that phone taps are a thing, so people can listen in on your phone calls. So you need to make sure that you are very careful about what you say over the phone.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say it louder in case they didn't hear.
Well,
I have a gun, and if anyone steps foot on this property, they're getting one warning before they're taking a bullet.
I know, but
Yes.
there are things
I
that
am not kidding.
Neither am I.
know.
We bought our licenses today.
Yeah, we got our gun licenses earlier. But I just, like I said, I am reapplying for treasurer. If I am chosen again, we are pushing impeachment on the mayor. So this is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. If I need to move out of the house to make it easier for the rest of you, I will do that.
No.
Nope.
No, you're not going anywhere.
No.
I'm not letting anyone get bullied out of a property that they fucking own.
Mm-hmm.
That is number one. I don't care who the fuck it is. I don't
Yeah.
care what scare mentality we got to go with. No one is getting bullied out of this property.
Okay. I'm going to be his main focus, because if I get reinstated, it's going to piss him off unbelievably. That's Solomon. Hey, Solomon.
I have a question.
Yes.
Hmm.
He
What do
is
you two know
actually
about
standing right in front of me. We are just
the bits
having
about
a
Forte
quick
there?
little family conversation,
God
and
only
then
fucking knows.
we will be reaching out to you.
We?
How long
Here,
do
come
you
over here.
have?
I don't want to interrupt the phone call.
Okay. So we'll catch up with you later. this is going to be.
Don't go fucking low with me.
That's
I had a
I'm-
conversation with Andy about Solomon too, and
oh, if I speak,
it's
I
kind of
am.
the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Why
We
are we
have
reaching out to Solomon? Sorry.
The enemy of
Uh,
my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, as far as the council is concerned. So
He's on the council?
because
I don't know
he's
the
the deputy
results.
mayor. Oh, yeah. Max was
Oh,
voted
okay.
as the mayor, and Solomon got deputy mayor. So we no
Interesting.
longer have to worry about Michael Simone.
Okay. At least there'll be a bit more, hopefully, a bit more competition for him then.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Cornwood
Cornwood
is the
got
trade-off.
PD liaison. So the balance of power didn't really shift. It just changed seats.
Well,
It might still, if he gets
the
sheriff.
Yeah. Then
Yes.
you're looking at Dakota, Duncan, or me.
Which, yeah, that will be easy.
Okay.
Although Nakota kind of doesn't really want to try again because he feels like if this is what PD wants, then maybe they get what they deserve. And I don't blame him.
I can't really argue him.
Yeah, you can't really argue that because but my first so the first meeting, if I am reinstated, I will be pushing to repeal not to reinstate the Police Continuity Act or plan, whatever, because he's done what he set out to do. There's a chief of police, there's an assistant, there's a command system, there's no more bottleneck, whatever. Congrats, you've achieved what you set out to do.
Problem is that Cornwood has already stated that he will vote yes for it. Max will vote yes, Siobhan will vote yes, and then Crane will
But if
most likely
Crane
vote yes.
doesn't,
Sorry,
Crane is the wild
I don't
card.
want to interrupt your phone call.
no, you're
You're
okay. It was Solomon. He's got to run in half an hour, so I told him, I said, we'll just catch up with him when he comes back.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I don't have a lot of time myself either.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, this is just avoid First Temple. I'm pretty sure is not only Gossip Gal, but he's also stalking me for Max and Siobhan. Because he was in the hospital earlier with Siobhan before I got the text messages. And he was the one who told Richard about this phone tap thing device.
I don't want to. He didn't tell me exactly about the phone thing. He told me about a radio scanner.
The radio scanner that can do more than,
Well, he said, because I didn't want to dig too much, because he said he was going to give information to the police, and I'm just a dispatcher. He said that the surveillance, he said that if the police were being surveilled right now, they wouldn't even know about it. And that the level of equipment that he has available to him as a news reporter far supersedes that the PD had available to them pre-collapse.
Yeah. Which is why you see some
First Temple. Ex-judge, lawyer, now journalist.
Yeah, because he got denied his bar.
Yeah.
Journal this.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
That's the thing is also, so just
He did Majestic, but it's just it's like a tannoy.
he's been constantly calling Philippa and I since we became council members, trying to constantly get our opinions and our stances on things, and wanting to know how things went during this or that. He lurks at City Hall constantly, even though he has no bar license. He's always standing at the MDT for public records, just kind of what I always thought was him just kind of being nosy and listening in on people's conversations.
Yeah, it's a great place for it.
Yeah.
People think they're safe for whatever reason at City Hall.
He keeps popping up in a lot of different places around me lately. He showed up walked right up to a conversation I was having with Norman and Serge after the election. That's going to be the other one. That's going to be the other toss up. If it's Murphy, we're fucked. If it's Serge, we have a chance ahead of Barr. So make sure, Ziggy, that you vote for Serge, please.
I already did.
Thank you. Because we need to get Serge, because as much as we all know how Serge loves chaos, he also doesn't believe in whatever the bullshit that's happening right now is.
Surge was always a good one. One of my biggest regrets was ever no contesting Murphy's appeal. That fucking guy is a joke.
But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not really much more to it other than what you've already read and what you already know.
Oh, and Forte.
Yeah, I need to know what's going on with this Forte thing, because I got a call earlier that was
So do
random. So
Okay, let me. So you said this morning that you didn't trust him, right? And then I get a phone call after talking to Andy about some stuff. He calls me up, catching up. We speak like normal. You know, we're not close, but we're friends, right? But then Ed's name gets brought up in, we're having a conversation, Ziggy, I'm sorry, but you get brought up we were talking about how you wanted to get with me and Matt, right? That's how it got brought up. Ed's name gets brought up, and straight after Ed's name gets brought up, he's like, oh, I had a meeting with the mayor. And I'm like, oh. And he's like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Essentially, and then he starts to try and cover his tracks. I start asking questions about it. He doesn't tell me anything. He said it's PD related, but there's no report about it. It's about people in PD, but he wouldn't tell me who. It's people I know, but it also isn't people I know. He was very vague. He wouldn't give me any clear answers. He was very suspicious.
Does he just like not realize that this group, like we are all either cops or ex-cops? I can pick up on simple shit like that.
I know. And then when I asked him, why did you tell me if you're not going to tell me anything? I don't know whether he was joking about this or not, but he was like, I just like it when you like, I can't remember exactly like the words you said, but like, he likes it when I don't know what's going on and like I can't figure it out. Not like squirm, but you know what I'm saying. But and then he was like laughing about it, so I was like, okay, call me back when you want to be mature about it, and then I hung up on him.
Forte in that case is being an asshole.
Then he was like, I'm gonna go meet with my manager, which I assume is Tally. And then I hung up on him after that. But he was being extremely suspicious about it. He wouldn't tell me why he was meeting with the mayor or anything. So, and then I called Flop straight afterwards, and Flop tells me that Forte wanted to speak to him about family stuff. Said he's spoken to everybody else about family stuff and got caught up on everything. Says he knows everything, but wants to know more and wants to get caught up on everything.
He wants to know my side, and I told him that I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna be honest. I had enough shit going on with PD, and this is gonna sound crazy and wild, and I don't really care. I just want to go back to enjoying the reason why I became an officer in the first place, and I'm trying to disassociate from politics as far as humanly possible, because unfortunately half my job is politics, and then to have to fill in again what I just said to Ziggy, a member of the family. Ziggy, please.
Mm-hmm.
Stop pacing it over here.
Question before you continue: has he called any of the rest of you saying that, asking you to be filled in on anything?
I don't even think he knows I exist.
He hasn't spoken to me.
That is a very clear sign, frankly, with how he phrased it to you, Flop.
He mentioned it. He mentioned you briefly.
He hasn't asked me about shit.
Yeah. Well, if you could stop pacing so we could have this conversation, that would be.
You just keep going. I'm listening.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I need to pace.
Okay.
Okay, listen.
Let me make this clear. I want to disassociate from the politics as best I can because most of my day is just politics. And when I get a phone call from a person who, like I said to Ziggy, respectfully speaking, is not affiliated and or associated in this family whatso fucking ever, I told him that I would talk to him at some point soon, which was my cop out to get him to fuck off. Because I've been saying it to Ziggy for 3 months, and I've said it to other people probably the last 3 months. We have our own shit to deal with. I will deal with him when the time comes. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's been 3 months. The time still hasn't fucking come. He is not going to get that conversation with me. He's still a colleague, and I have to bite my tongue with that. I would still block a bullet for the man, but I'm gonna be straight up. He ain't gonna know a fucking thing about this family. I
agree.
I have had my foot down about this for a long time.
I think let's just keep it professional with Forte for now. At least until we figure out what the hell's going on with him.
I'm okay. So,
and for the record, by the way, just to throw this out there for timeline, last time I had a conversation with Forte was weeks ago. This call was out of the blue.
I'm gonna be honest because we've had this, the last big, conversation that we had all together was, we established to be upfront and honest with things. If I see that slithery little fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Frankly, I'm at least right now anyway. I can temper myself, but oh my god, if I see him in the next 24 hours, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Do not.
Okay, just take a deep breath, honey.
Do not feed him anything for anything.
We can't give him reason.
We can't give Max any reason to go against any of us. I know.
Do we even know that this is associated with Max?
I mean, if he's having meetings with the mayor,
Are you kidding? Of course it is. Of
but
course
why?
it is.
I don't understand why. Why would
the
Forte
why?
want to work with Max? I don't understand.
That I don't know.
I feel like we're jumping to a deep conclusion on that, which is why I'm saying do not act.
That's what I mean. I don't until we have a motive. I don't want to act on anything. Let's
Here's
just keep
the
it
thing,
professional.
though, is that what I do know is that when Forte was sure that he was going to get fired, he was talking about a record label that he wanted to start up. And if they are promising him that record label, I could see him possibly trying to gain favor with them to make that happen. Because I know that all of you are probably aware that he doesn't seem very interested in actually being a cop.
He's not. He looks for more reasons to get off duty than get on duty. He told me as much today.
Yeah, exactly. So I know that that's a huge thing. He's been pushing his music and that record label, or the recording label. So it could very well be to gain favor to get that pushed through.
Oh, fuck. He also didn't sound too happy the other day when he found out Tally Marks, his manager, is an ADMC hangaround or prospect or whatever.
She says manager. Oh my god.
I don't know what's. I think she's his manager.
Fuck.
But she's an ADMC prospect on the limit list now. So unless Max is, I don't know. Siggy, has Forte ever spoken to you about ADMC stuff?
He's inquired, yeah. It's never been anything too deep, but
That might be another angle. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
sorry.
Yeah.
If I had never become treasurer, none of us would be in this.
Hey, you can't say that after you just told me not to blame myself for pushing you to do that. That's not how this works.
Actually, have you met his family? We were going to cause problems with the mayor at some point, sooner rather than later. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not
I'm gonna-
wrong. I just. Do you have food, Dad?
No, I don't.
I do here.
Cheers.
Thank you, baby.
Have a conversation with you outside.
That might not be the best idea, but sure.
I don't give a fuck. Who has a key?
I got a key. Exactly.
He's so mad.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
I think
feels like-
we're all pretty fucking mad at this entire situation. I mean, it's a lot of bullshit.
I know, but he said he didn't want to be involved in politics, and I'm literally in politics. So does he not want to?
No, that's
Don't
not what
jump
he
into
means.
conclusions. That's not what he means at all.
I think he's got to come to terms with the fact that when just because the mayor and his mates are backing your family into a corner, just because he has the title mayor doesn't mean it's politics. Just every other time that's happened before, they've just had different labels, whether that be a motorcycle gang or a Southside gang or a criminal organization. Just because he has the title of mayor doesn't mean he's any less of a criminal.
Yeah.
Just another group, an enemy to deal with, and we've got to figure it out.
So, not only will I be pushing to not reinstate the PCP, we're going to be pushing the legislation for economic accountability and transparency.
Okay.
So it was something that Nakota and I discussed at length, and then he wrote it up for me and passed it on with his blessing. I was going to call it, well, the EDA Act, the Economic Transparency, Tracking, and Accountability Act. But Matt said that I should rename it. So when I first told him about it, he laughed and said it was great. But then he sent me a text message when I texted him to check up on him and just make sure he was okay. And he was like, "Yeah, you need to change the name of that thing, by the way." That's all I got in response.
I think it's because there's a certain type of person that names a act after themselves, and you are not that type of person.
Listen, okay.
Max,
I just wanted to stick it
Max
to him
is.
because he was going to have to be beholden to something in my name. And I just,
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, I literally can't think of anything else to call it. So it's just going to be the EATA Act, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The Economic Accountability and Transparency Act.
Eat.
So.
Eat this.
Yeah, eat this.
Economics, accountability, and transparency. Eat.
Yeah. Okay. And you mentioned impeachment. That's a big word.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We are getting a list of things. Apparently, there are a couple of officers currently working on something as well. So we have the 2 officers willing to push the charge, and then I asked Ziggy if he would be willing to take it to court with Kyle Pred. Because I can't think of another lawyer in this city with the spine to stand up to him.
That will also.
That is also
know his
as
shit.
loud.
and be able to actually compete. Yeah.
Yeah. And Kyle knows his shit. I mean, when it comes to the law, he knows the law. And then to have Ziggy to help counter that, right?
Listen, Kyle Pred is only, his spine is only as strong as the hand that pays him. As soon as Max offers him a large amount of money, that's it. It's over. He won't be working that case anymore. That's something you got to think about. Brad openly stated to me that he embezzled money from the PD account.
Oh Lord. Okay. Well,
Yeah. So don't get me wrong. I think he's an absolute hound and would happily do something like that. But you have to keep in mind that you are not going to be able to keep him on a leash for too long.
so are there any other lawyers in the city that could?
Impeachment is a big case.
I know.
Ziggy doesn't seem like, I'll be honest, from when I went down to a cell with Ziggy once, he was like, I don't like going to trial. So I don't know whether
Yeah, I know he doesn't really relish that. He prefers the quick cell reps.
I don't
There's
know
no
enough of the
other
lawyers.
lawyers that I can think of that
Solomon.
he's deputy mayor and he can't
Yeah, tricky.
because he's on an LOA while he holds office.
Oh, he is okay.
Yeah, that's why Siobhan had to go. She had to take an LOA. She's not allowed to practice law. She's chief of staff.
Yeah, I don't know. Who's the which officers are working it?
I believe it's Malcolm Nakota and Callista Bill.
Why does Dakota wait till he's off the council to do anything? Yeah.
Well, I mean, that could be said for me too. Here's the thing is that what a lot of people don't realize is that we pushed against him in the beginning a lot. We tried to limit and legislate even in the beginning, and we were told no. We were told that he had been given the blessing of the federal government and that if he stepped out of line, they would put a stop to it. So, what were we supposed to do against that?
Yeah. Listen, I think you and Dakota are on a different platform because he's a cop. You're not. He's an investigator. He has that capability. You know,
Well,
you're
there was
not.
also the chain of command too, because he was an officer. He didn't want to overstep. And because at the time, the high command didn't communicate with him on a regular basis. So he wasn't sure where their stance was, on certain things. And a lot of it, I mean, it was the first council. I mean, a lot of us were new to it. We didn't know what to expect. We didn't know where the boundaries were. We didn't know where the lines were drawn. It's just, we were as much trying to figure things out as everybody else. And, it's easy to sit back and, pass judgment. But I mean, every time, and then to have him literally start just screaming at us and berating us and nobody doing anything about it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I was lucky enough whenever he came after me for embezzlement, Crane pulled him aside and smacked him down, basically. Because, obviously what I did wasn't embezzlement. It just was a mistake on my part, a misunderstanding of my position.
Listen, I think regardless, I think what's becoming a lot clearer to me and we've got to make sure we focus on is regardless of what's happening on the council, and I think this might be what Flop is not being able to express very well, is this family and everybody's safety comes first. So we got to put that first and worry about the city and the council and the politics second.
So you're saying I should quit?
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is when when we're making decisions and we're heading things out, I'm never going to ask you to, because it's like, that's just saying that Matt and Flop should just quit their jobs, right? Because they're dangerous.
We're in that
And
same
you,
line
Sean,
where
sorry.
yeah, no, you're fine. We're in that same line that we arrest the wrong person on the wrong day, and that puts a target on everyone's backs. So
Yeah.
regardless of you being in the position you are, us being in our positions, I mean that's yeah.
What I'm saying is that if we've got these things coming at us like Boss Temple or Forte or the lighthouse for that I'm handling, is, you know, we've got to make sure that it's us first, City second. That's an unfortunate reality that we're going to have to deal with. It's not a thing I like doing, but if the city crumbles again, I want to make sure that we all get out of it. That's the end goal, right?
That's why I don't want to give up, is because I feel like I'm one of the very few people who can actually do something about this. And if I can put a stop to him, then he'll have less pull to control people to come after us.
As long as you're careful, and as long as you're using everybody and getting help,
Yeah.
that's the main thing.
Yeah, I have I got my weapons license, so there's that. And then I got a clean sim that I'm keeping in the desk. And so anytime I leave the house, I switch it out with my normal one. So if somebody takes my phone, they're not going to have anything. It'll just be blank.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go see if I can find Flop and Ziggy, but
I'm just worried about. He's just so angry, and I know he's frustrated with me.
he is.
He wants me to quit.
He does.
He wants you to be safe. He's afraid
Yeah.
for your safety.
I know, but he was telling me earlier that it's not worth it and to walk away. He doesn't understand why, because I have suffered through too much in the last 3 months to have it all be for nothing. To let somebody come in and do better, you know.
I
He's
think
finally
it's something that I've said a lot when it comes to Flop and just us all in general.
Yeah.
You and him have very different mindsets. Similarly to how
You guys okay?
What the fuck?
What the fuck
happened?
Who are you guys?
Wait, who are we?
What the fuck is going on?
Put the weapons
Put the
away.
Put the fucking weapon away.
Get the fuck off my property right now. Turn around and walk the fuck away. Dip. Off you fucking go.
What the fuck?
Waiting for the invitation?
I'm literally.
Jesus
that?
Christ! I thought it was you guys.
I know, that's what I thought too. I was so scared.
What
Whose
did they
bike is
do?
this? Hope they didn't need it.
Away. Bob held him at gunpoint until they left the property. What happened? What was
Yeah, I
it?
don't know. I don't know. Some shitbag with a wrench. I
Yeah.
told him that unless he was looking for an open invitation, get the fuck off the property. Yeah, real good time for that.
Hey, Remington! It's okay, they've gone.
Oh God, are y'all okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I about
Yeah.
shot a guy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
texted Etta as soon as I saw him roll up, and they started shooting. They rolled up on this motorcycle.
Oh God. Hey, can you get under the house? No, you can't get under it. Jesus. I think we might need to get a gun license, guys. Shit was crazy.
Wow, that
Okay.
was
Yeah, I don't know whose bike this is, but I really fucking hope that someone's
it's
willing.
theirs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they came in on it, but it's probably a stolen. Looking at the plate.
Yeah, I'm gonna call for a tow right now.
4-6 Lincoln.
Do you know anybody? Do you know anybody who?
Here's the response.
Hello.
Hey, there was scenes on the floor, like marijuana scenes right here.
Oh, really? You should tell whoever just showed up then. About
Yeah,
that.
what the hell?
Pretty much.
I wanna.
Oh,
Yeah, let me put them back where they were.
oh.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for showing up, Duncan. We were having a conversation. We heard.
Hey,
shots
Ziggy,
fired
come over
on the
here,
property.
really quick.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled out my civilian firearm
You okay?
and I aimed it at him. And I told him.
No, I am through the roof, frankly. If I speak, I am in trouble.
Listen, I'm not mad at you, but that video was pretty stupid,
Yeah.
especially because that one piece of information on the note and the video about Max buying a vehicle after the tax dropping immediately led me to believe it was you, because after, like a day after me hearing that information from Etta and you writing it down in a notebook, it turns up. And Etta said that it was only her and like one other person that knew that.
Mm-hmm.
So if she had told anybody else, they might have made the assumption that it was her that made that video.
Mm-hmm.
So then what about if someone made the assumption that she made a video and then Max sent someone after her? Sometimes specific information like that might actually be worse off.
Mm.
So I get what you were trying to do. Technically, it might have even been illegal with voter fraud.
How's that voter fraud?
Because it was placed at the bloody booths.
I didn't do that.
Right, but you were involved, so you were a bloody accessory.
That's,
You made the bloody videos.
I didn't distribute them.
You were an accessory to voter fraud. You're a cop. Don't play stupid.
I'm just saying, I think there's could be a loophole there.
Come on, man.
All right.
Just be careful. It's in... Duncan,
Oh yeah, I'll get each of your statements in a minute.
there's some seeds over here. I don't know whether this is to do with anything, but behind this rock, I picked them up and I put them straight back down, right on the ground right there. I don't know whether that's to do with anything, but
Oh, someone was about to get shot. I told that man if he was looking for an open fucking invitation, he should leave. It got close. He's lucky he put the wrench away.
No, they're messed up. No.
what are they doing here?
Richard, check your trunk.
So there's a whole fucking lot of blood that the local probably was at.
Okay.
Hey, does anyone here need
Dempsey?
medical attention at all?
Empty. Yeah.
I'm okay. I think
I'm
everybody
okay,
might be
thanks,
okay.
Duncan.
I think most of
Okay.
the altercation was these people and the other whoever the fuck it was.
Oh,
Currently collect the evidence and speaking to every single person at Flop's house.
that's a handoff.
Sorry, I called it Flop's house. I'm sure it's.
No, you're good.
That's Eugene selling
The house
drugs.
is in my name, but everybody chipped in for it. It is everyone's house.
Hey, Duncan.
Yeah.
Not to distract you, but there is a man selling drugs over in the alleyway over there. Just letting you know for after.
I'm just one guy.
I know, I'm just letting you know for afterwards. Fuck, I don't have his number. God damn it.
Yeah, there's one guy down on the beach. Wasn't like a blackballer.
Hello.
Nice day to smoke a pipe, Eugene.
Excuse me.
That's Ziggy.
Okay. All right. Now the fun part of talking to literally everyone here all at once.
Well, good news. I got
We
you
were
my
all
statement.
Okay,
Yeah, we
everybody,
were like
let's
all-
give him his statement on 3,
Let's
2,
all-
1. So
God.
basically, what
So
happened
we
was,
went
so we
inside
came
the
outside,
I
and there was a
heard
bunch of
gunshots.
gunshots. So
Shots
basically, we
started
came
being
outside,
fired.
and there was these
Simultaneously.
people
I
outside,
pulled
and
my
there was one guy
firearm
with a
and
all
gun,
sat
started
and
outside.
there was one with a
and me
wrench,
and
and there was
I
a
mean,
woman
listen,
with a
I
white
got
shirt, and there was one
fired
guy
at
with
the
a
gun.
wrench,
Pointed
and
his
he had a
gun.
green thing, and yeah, there was a
At
wrench,
that time, I
and
could
then
see
we,
some
and
other
then they
people
drove
to
out
the
a
side
gun,
of the
and then they
house.
left it.
Yeah.
Did you get that?
If you want to read my statement, it's pretty extensive, but I gave you back your notebook.
Yeah, hold on. I have a better idea.
Okay.
We just take Flop's statement out of the book, and now I'm gonna pass the book to another person.
I will
and
just
they're gonna
write it in
their statement.
another book, and I will rip it out.
I gotta do PD work when I'm off duty.
Here's
Write
my
statements
statement.
myself.
Oh, that's base. Okay, that's good. All right, Edda. I'm not gonna make you write.
I'm used to report writing and statement writing. It's fine.
Who's this that just rolled up?
Hello.
What's going on over here?
Oh, hey.
There was a
God, you guys
shooting.
get burgled?
If you love me, you'll leave while I talk to literally everyone here.
Okay.
There was just a bunch of.
Thank you,
gun
McGregor.
He has to talk to everyone.
We just had a bunch of bozos try fucking, yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, I love bozos.
I almost shot a man. It was good.
Ooh.
You should have shot them.
I thought about it. He had a wrench out. I told him if he was looking for an invitation, he should stay, but he left.
Is that Richard Dark?
It's kind of a shame.
Okay. Is it
Yeah, it is. That's Dark's
Doc?
Hello.
Is that you? Oh,
Hello,
sorry.
Eugene.
Like some cookies.
Oh, it's a Girl Scout.
Ma'am. She's just buying cookies. All right, cool.
Someone almost got shot again.
What an idiot, dude. I can't believe he just did that. There was 2 individuals, 1 female, 1 male. The female had a white shirt on and was ID40 wielding a firearm. The male was wearing a green jacket and a mask. He had a red wrench in hand. There was a black club and a green motorbike on scene. Flop and Ziggy then ran up, down the stairs. The woman had passed out on the ground.
I don't normally use NoPixel.
Probably title it, right? We don't know. Duncan!
You can
Here's my
fingerprint a motorcycle for who was involved, right?
Thank you.
here's my statement. Just have to stay with Eugene. Of course we do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You alright?
Need to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walked out just to clear some things up. I didn't want to start anything in the circle. All I asked was sort of how much Forte knew and how long he knew before our conversation we had on the balcony. But that was it. And then while we were talking about that, this happened. So.
Hold on. Let me move my car. Kendo. Yeah.
No, your car's fine. Your car's fine. It's Duncan that needs to
Oh.
use.
Alright.
We're just gonna go over the animation real quick. I'm gonna buy a gun.
Okay. Alright. Take
Yeah.
it easy.
We'll be right back.
Alright.
Yeah. I'm done to go back inside.
Yeah. Those 2 are going to ammunition to go buy a gun.
That's what I need to do. I just don't have the money for it at the moment.
I'll stay outside with Duncan. Make sure he's alright.
I'm not gonna review that. I know Duncan's there. I don't care.
Why is he across the street? What's he doing?
Oh, you had to move out of the way so that Maple could get his car out.
He's probably looking for stray projectiles, if I had to guess.
Probably.
Might as well search the area.
I need a flashlight. That camera was definitely placed like in here, by the way. But I don't know how, I don't know what they look like. Or how easy it is to see. Maybe they're invisible. I thought it was higher too. But there's no other place. Oh, actually, unless it was up there. Hold on. If I'm here... Oh, it is. It's the drainage pipe. It's right up here by the drainage pipe. How the fuck did they get it up there? I can't see, but it was up here at the drainage pipe. Like behind the drainage pipe. So like, see that bar? Like the white pole, like the white wooden bar. I think it was on that going across behind the drainage pipe. I don't see anything. This is purchasable. Wasn't this Predator Angel's house?
I was ready for him to
So
reach
I want you to know what I'm about to say is I'm saying it ironically, and I don't actually mean it, but a lot of cops here off duty that could have been helping out with the scene.
Yeah,
Duncan, please.
it's not often that we all find ourselves being around at the same time to talk.
Yeah, this is a very rare occasion.
Listen, if they were on duty, they would have had to respond to 77 requests. And then they wouldn't have been able to have the meeting.
Yeah. True.
I mean, okay, what I'm saying is no one's 10-7 right now. It's just there's 4 other people.
My stalker.
Yeah, it's
just
pretty
texted
bad.
me
Shift
again.
3, huh?
Oh,
I thought we had an academy to fix this.
what did they say?
No reply? Question mark. First you talk to Flop, then you talk to Duncan. I have eyes everywhere, in every department.
What the
Sleep
fuck?
well, Etta.
When did you talk to me? Or who knew that you talked to me?
I mean, you're talking right now.
No, but at the hospital.
Yeah,
well,
like
I'm gonna
who?
step away, and Duncan, I'm gonna let you take that statement if you want.
Yeah, because I think the only person who knew was.
I, on my life, said nothing. There's a reason I delegated to you.
I'm
Was
joking,
because of yeah. Well, I mean, there is a strict reason why I delegated. So.
And that just confirms things.
Wait, what?
The report I made too also is private.
I just got a text message from the stalker.
What is it?
No reply? Question mark. First you talk to Flop, then you talk to Duncan, and that was at the hospital. I have eyes everywhere, in every department. Sleep well, Etta.
I'm gonna make this clear.
Oh, get fucked.
Yeah. Continuing forward, if I'm having conversations with anybody, the phone's going in a glove box. I'm good. Because the only person that knew about the hospital was the man you're standing next to right now.
Yeah, well, I already told you who was at the hospital.
I'll give you a minute.
No, I think what she's saying is, I'm pretty sure she's saying, isn't she saying that somebody is working with
So
Burst?
Duncan, we just went and bought some guns. Could you note the serial numbers down in our profiles?
Sure.
Isn't that what she's saying? Because I thought she said that the only people that knew about the exact amount for Cantor was Cantor, Etta, and was it Philomena? And wasn't she worried that Philomena was working with First as Gossip Gal or something? It's getting pretty messy, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you get a new phone number?
For all of this.
What do you mean for all of this?
Just in case they already had another number tapped for me. Plus, there's been word about Max having sent out people to pick up either. I don't know if he's done it for Etta or people around Etta, but
We
he's
just
definitely
caught him in
sending
a
people
lie,
to,
and he just realized it halfway
pick
through.
up members of ADMC, and I think that he thinks that I am that. So, and one person who did get picked up only had her phone and SIM card stolen. So that's again another reason.
So Max is sending people after ADMC.
Mm-hmm. It's a problem of proof. He's done more than enough to be impeached. It's just a matter of what we can prove in court.
Etta mentioned you might be one of the lawyers to do that. Is it saying you're up to? Or?
Potentially. I don't know.
Anything that was your cup of tea?
Another name has been brought up that I need to. I've heard that he doesn't like him and is also a lawyer, but I don't know. But someone who's equally as willing to scream at somebody in court is Kyle Pred, and I've heard that Pred fucking hates Max, but I could be wrong. And also, Pred isn't the most fucking trustworthy either. So I don't know.
That's what I said, but
Yeah.
I think he's a wild dog if you put him on. If you give him a scent.
Yeah.
So if he's got a reason to do it, he'll do it. But he's got to have a good reason. That's all. Whether it's money or if he hates the bloke, then. What the hell was that? Coming out of their house. Who lives across the street?
Over there, I have no idea. I know that. I mean, obviously, they've been coming in and out of there pretty frequently, but I don't know who exactly that is. There's too many eyes here. This is incredibly frustrating.
Listen, in situations like this, the easy way is likely going to be the club's way. Don't do it the easy way.
Yeah.
Let's do it the right way first.
And if that doesn't work,
Yeah.
We can talk about that if it gets there, but let's hope it doesn't get there. I was trying to hurt her, but this family's got to come first. If this city crumbles, which it might, we just got to make sure that we come out of it this time. Fuck the council. It's family first.
I think you'd be surprised how much the club agrees with that very notion.
What did I walk into? I'm sorry.
We're just discussing all of this, and you know, with everything that's gone on, with all the people that are involved, you know, Richard is reminding me to be doing things the right way, and I agree. And you've also told me the same thing, Flop, to keep a level head, even though there's a lot of me that doesn't want that right now, but that's just because I'm angry. And I
And you have
agree.
valid emotions too. So
Well, I know. And yeah, I agree that going about it in the long way is good. But when I've had very long time ago, and this was again when I was a cop, the system failed me. This was before I knew any of you.
They're being cool.
And what I'm saying is that I will put family first. Period.
Mhm.
I have no issues tempering myself, but that only goes on for so long, I think. Sort of a, last resort.
I get it. I hate using this phrase because unfortunately I've had to say it a lot recently, but there is a time and place. And it's just knowing the time and knowing the place and knowing if it all lines up.
So I'll be honest. This thoroughbred, and this isn't coming from me, and I don't know details about anything else. But he has a queue of people that are very upset with him, and they want to do something about it. And it's not even. There are names that I don't even know that are upset with him in that way. So all we really have to do is bide our time, I think, and work on impeachment things, and that is where my head's at.
I'm going to say this. If impeachment fails, and this is a huge stipulation to how I started this conversation. If impeachment fails, people need to learn how to walk away. That goes for everybody. There is no way that it's going to happen a second time for Max. But I say again, the man's got nothing to lose. Literally zero to lose. The fact that an ex-terrorist is right now running an entire island is already a bigger pleasure treatment for that man than he ever fucking deserved. scratching into fucking everything. What the hell?
Hmm.
The only reason that Etta is even doing this again is so that she can be standing there when it does go through. And if it doesn't go through, then she won't be standing there still.
I read the stipulations for impeachment. There's a few different things that I think that can be brought up. It's just a matter of getting them concrete.
Yeah. The only thing that concerns me and did concern me was when I spoke with Etta earlier. I told her to jump ship.
Hmm.
And
Flop.
her response was just that she was afraid that if she did, it would appear that she was giving up.
Hmm. I mean, you don't drop your badge when, you know, a group of whoever does, you know, whatever they plan on doing. She feels it is, you know, her position and her duty to, you know, and her responsibility.
I get that. But the point that I made is that in my job description, I took that risk. When the risk is coming directly from your boss, very different story.
I'll take care of it if I need to.
Okay.
Hey,
You can come over.
Yeah, scoot in.
Hi.
Hi.
Are we staying here? Or are we going inside like smart people?
Yeah.
As much as I'd love the urge to shoot 2 people today, I think one's enough.
It's okay. Me and Etta just bought guns each.
Make sure you understand standard.
We should buy a gun.
You coming, Dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 corrupt cops. What the hell? Who's corrupt? Tell me now.
How do I not have my own fucking?
I don't know how you.
We can get you one, Cutsy. I'll get you one. I think it's like $3,000 for the key cutting thing. So
this is why we need this little.
No, I don't think Doc's gonna dump anything on Matt anymore. I think it'll be more interesting for Doc just to not tell Matt anything. And eventually Matt will come to Doc and be like, hey, what the fuck, man? Why didn't you tell me any of this? And Doc's like, I've tried to tell you things 1,000,000 times, bro. And we never get the chance, so I just stopped trying it. What do you want me to do? I think that'll be spicy.
You okay?
Yeah. Keeping an eye out.
I got you. I still want you to be involved in this conversation. I just want to confirm that the front door is locked. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go double check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro,
so
not
in every department now. That's
Who were you with there, John?
It was me and Philippa. We were in the staff room in the back of the hospital, but first was there with Siobhan. Remember, I told you. First and
Do you think
and
this
Siobhan.
is first?
I'm 100% positive at this point. After him saying that, because I made it a point to tell Philippa, because they were whispering in the corner when I came out of the ICU, and they immediately like stopped talking.
That's just it.
And then like 5 minutes later, I got the first text messages.
That's
And
not.
you showed up first because I called you, and then you called Duncan.
And if you called Duncan,
You did.
and
I
he
thought I
could,
called
he
Duncan,
could,
right?
No, you did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that you called Duncan. Like, I called you, and then you called Duncan. And that's what it said in the text message.
which means
Or-
probably listen to your phone call.
My phone call?
Or
Yeah.
they were just watching the hallway that I went down to talk to Philippa. And they were watching to see who went down that hallway too.
Okay.
So, or yeah, I mean, he could have very well been listening to phones in the hospital. Although why you would want to do it in the hospital, I don't know, because everybody and their mothers are on their phone in there. But
let's set a couple boundaries. There is no talking about sensitive anything on the phone to anybody.
agreed.
If you hear from an anonymous number or something comes up, I'm going to tell you for now that I don't even have the information, but get in contact with Duncan directly.
Okay.
He knows more than I do,
Oh, I just had an idea.
but make sure
Yeah.
that everything is being notated down. And
I'm
is
going to
getting
be telling
submitted.
Nakota about this as well.
Mhm.
Just because he's leading the investigation into the impeachment. So,
I have an idea.
yeah.
But you're not going to like it.
Oh.
I want to come up with something here and now. A piece of information that we all agree on that isn't true. But it's serious enough that first we'll run to Max and tell him, and he will act upon it. So that if we
Flop
are...
disown me.
No.
It's
Easy.
too easy.
That's actually
No, yeah.
not
I think
that's not a bad
No,
idea.
it's too easy because
I think it needs to be more private than that.
I think it needs to be private. I think it needs to be more of a... It needs to be more of a rumor. It doesn't need to be something we act upon. It needs to be something we talk about. It needs to be something that if I'm having a conversation with somebody, that first can overhear and he can go and talk to somebody about, right? It needs to be something about the family, about you, Etta, probably.
Yeah.
That is spicy enough that he can text you about, that we can then confirm, okay, it's 100% him, but we kind of know it's him already. So maybe we need to come up with something that we can use against him in the long run.
I think you should talk to Nakota. And I think you should do everything in your power. I'm going to assume if you are right in your judgment that this is this guy, this ass hat. Give me 1 second. Duncan's calling. This better be fucking important. Hello? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's funny you ask. When I walked into the hospital and I had gotten out of the bed, prior to me leaving and then being called back there, prior to me talking to you, I did run into Siobhan, who was riding with somebody, and I did run into a couple other people who were masked up, but nobody that I was aware of or who I knew.
Thank you, Rhea.
The only person I talked to about that entire thing was you. and that's still set in stone. I have not spoken to anybody. There's a reason I delegated it to you. I wanted nothing to do with it. I cannot, based on the location, I cannot have any knowledge of it, essentially. One second. Let me walk over and ask somebody. Hey, Dad, what does FAO stand for?
For the attention of.
For the attention of. Thank you, Dad.
You're welcome.
Only I get to call him.
What
Oh my
the
god!
fuck?
What the hell?
Listen, I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I needed to
Sweetheart.
lighten the mood. I had to lighten
Jesus.
Oh my god! I'm gonna
Oh my
vomit.
God.
I'm sorry. I needed to laugh. I'm sorry.
It's like an ice cube.
Oh, you remember that?
Oh my God.
You know, that was my first interaction with Flop ever.
It doesn't
The
surprise
first
me.
conversation I ever had with Flop was about him and ice cubes in his ass.
I'm very sorry to hear that, Sean. Didn't he just say no important conversations on the phone?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Duncan. Duncan is the one currently. He's the one in charge of my stalking report. So.
Okay, but let's just think this out for a minute.
What about the thing you said earlier, sweetheart, about you becoming treasurer and that this is all the interviews are just for show?
I mean, we could.
So
That I've already been reinstated, and that
Yeah.
the interviews are just a formality, because that would
go straight to Max.
Yeah, and it would piss Max off.
Wait, so why do we think Foch is doing this?
Because so Philippa and I have noticed him reaching out. Well, he has always reached out to us constantly, wanting our views and opinions on things. We've both noticed him spending a lot of time around Max and Siobhan. He lurks around City Hall all the time, even though he has no bar license. He just kind of stands around at the MDT desk and eavesdrops, honestly. After the election, he was circling around a lot of people who were kind of standing in circles talking. And then he walked up to me. I didn't even recognize him because he's become this emo mockery of Damien Tinkerman, because apparently he's incredibly bitter that Damien has a bar license, but he can't get one. And then there have just been
No, but why do we think he's doing it? Do we think he's doing it like for Max? He's being paid to do it?
Why he's doing it? I mean, possibly. It's very possible. Maybe they're promising something that they can't deliver, like they might be doing for Santino. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, after tonight with him being at the hospital with Siobhan, whispering in a corner, and then me getting those text messages, I know that he's been heavily involved in news for a very long time. So he would have access to, things that Max and Siobhan would find most useful.
Okay, so let's think
if what you are saying is true.
Okay, so let's think about this for a second. Let's make some broad strokes here, some broad assumptions. So Max hates your guts, Eta, right? Once you've gone, right? He knows First has access to this equipment, so he asks First or hires First to stalk you and get information from you and target you and send you text messages to freak you out and stuff like this, right? both for information and to put pressure on you, maybe to get you to not interview again, right? But so then that makes sense. That's a motivation. But then Forte, what's his motivation with Forte? Because why is Forte like asking flop questions about the family?
Like I
That's
said, I think it's his recording label.
No, but
They're probably promising him, that they'll push it forward because they have to approve the business.
no, but what information are they trying to get? Because he's not asking questions about you. He's asking questions about the family.
Because he
Maybe it has
knows
to
that
do
my
with Ziggy
family is
and
everything to me.
ADMC, but it could also be.
I mean, it could be
Solomon.
ADMC, yeah.
It could be Solomon too, and there is that connection with Ziggy and Solomon
is true.
already. So it might not only just be Etta.
That is true.
I'll be honest. It was one of you guys needs to find out the why from Santino. I don't think that I can be the one to hear it. I don't know how I'd react, and I don't want to do something stupid. So
I thought you had a pretty good relationship with him.
that's the problem. I mean, Etta knows this, but the day that we had our talk, Richard, and it didn't go very well, I came back here and I was pretty upset or whatever, right? And I talked to Etta, and Forte happened to be here, and at the time, I didn't feel very wanted, in the family, and I had started just thinking about myself and how I had treated Forte up until that point, because we're all very guarded here, understandably, frankly, with all of this, but we're all very guarded here, and I sort of pushed him away because of that, because I was unsure of who he was and why he was doing the things that he was doing. But in that moment, I was very vulnerable, and I asked him. I said, do you feel like, or do I make you feel unwanted? And he said, yeah. And we had this long back and forth. So I in
Fucking
that
hell.
moment, yeah, I thought that me and him had grown close in that way. But now I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if that was genuine at all. And again, if I hear the why for why he's doing all of this, and it doesn't, if it isn't up to par, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll be honest, because not only has he gone back on my trust, but he has put the entire family in the scope of someone who could hurt us physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, career wise, in so many different ways. And if I speak, I am in trouble.
I think it should be you.
No. It
Yep.
it really shouldn't.
Yep, I think it should.
No. I
Can
don't think I
hold,
don't
hold
think you
on.
understand.
I'm stepping in. Can we please get fucking married? Like today?
No, absolutely not, young man. You are not doing this twice. You're not doing this twice. Your father's not here.
I don't think you.
Matt
I don't
is
think
not
you.
here.
Well, you better
That's
contact
true.
him. I'm gonna tell you something. We have a 21-day grace period. I do not want to have to sit on the stand.
Oh my god.
Holy
That's
shit.
not why you get married.
No, that's not why you get married.
It's
Come
already
on.
official. The
Okay,
state
that's
doesn't
fair,
recognize
that's
it.
fair.
The 8 years has been recognized.
That is fair.
That's a good point.
No, because Ziggy is not going to do anything.
Here's the thing. I'll be honest, Richard. It is with everything that has occurred and everything that is being implicated. Like I said, if I hear the reason and it is not up to par, I know that I'm going to see red, and I don't want that to happen. So me distancing myself is me tempering myself, frankly.
I really want him to do it.
I know that it would be good in your eyes for me to have that direct confrontation and to be able to handle myself in that situation, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I will not. I would not know how to.
I think that, you know, the best person who knows Ziggy and his limitations is Ziggy. And if he does not trust himself to have that conversation, I think that we should
get married.
respect that. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I think Etta put it better than I did. I know myself, and I know that it.
Trust me. I mean, y'all have all heard me say some really crazy shit when I'm emotionally charged, and that's just me saying things. But I wouldn't actually do them. So. It's just best to avoid situations where you may do or say something that you can't take back. So I am, yeah.
Is you being pregnant too much of a rumor to spread?
Yeah.
Sean?
Oh my god.
That's some pretty big tea, right?
People would shut it down immediately with this city.
Yeah, from.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't fly.
Great. We
I
need
would
something,
say,
because it's clear that if Max is asking Forte, is getting Forte to ask, hypothetically, if Forte is asking Flop about the family stuff, so whether that's about Ziggy, because if he's saying I know everything, if he's on about the Ziggy situation, if he's asking about that stuff, and then we've got Force looking into Etta and that stuff, then it might just be, I don't know. We just might need something a little bit different. That anything that could end up in your text messages can confirm it for us, right? So it can really be anything that's spicy enough. It doesn't really matter as long as if we see Foz, we can just have a conversation near him and be like, "Oh yeah, Sean and Etta are having problems recently." You know, what I mean, just a little thing we can just throw in a conversation, right?
Oh,
that's good, actually. I think.
yeah. And as much as I, oh God, I hate
Wow,
to
you
say
said some
it,
cool things. I didn't hear what you said at the end there, Dark. I'm sorry.
Forte, with the way that he hits on me, I think that.
I might have to kill him.
Okay, let's not go that far, baby.
You want to do that then? You
But-
okay with that?
I'm okay with it if Sean is.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Don't make it dramatic. Just be like, oh, Sean and Etta just been having a couple, maybe a couple fights here and there, a couple rabs at home. Things aren't going too great. Maybe the marriage. I don't know whether you've announced that anyway, but
no,
just something like that. Just things aren't going fantastically. Yeah. Just if you're near first, and even if you have a conversation with him and it gets personal, you could, I don't know, just slip that in there. And if it comes back to Ed's phone through that text message, then that's 100% confirmation.
Confirmation.
What's the hook here? What's the lie?
That Sean and I are fighting.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Simple. Okay.
So we let it slide to first or to Forte.
I think we only do this. This is only to do with first, I think.
Yeah, first. I think first, because Forte
keep it limited, because we need to let's use this as a controlled experiment, right?
Yeah, that's why I brought it up.
First is going to convey it at face value. Forte is going to convey it at face value and then give his interpretation of it.
Yeah, Forte we need is its own separate thing we need to deal with.
We'll weed out one rat at a time. So we'll do first.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But don't just talk to anybody about this. But like if you walk past first, just be like, oh yeah, if you don't make it obvious, please. You guys are smart. Just
right, yeah.
And if you do manage to do this, let the rest of us know in person somehow. So that we don't do it like on the same day. I might be
Right.
making this complicated just so that we're
Should
not
we have a
like.
code word so we can talk
Ooh.
in person?
Pineapple.
What do you
No,
mean?
something that's not pineapple. Everybody uses
Sorry.
pineapple.
Sorry.
I remember a long time ago, it's a common word, but it's not common enough to where we would.
Come.
I hate you so
I remember in a
much.
hostage situation, a bunch of cops got together beforehand and were like, "All right, we need a trigger word. If somebody says it, we shoot the guy." And it was coffee. You could just say in passing to one another, you could just say, I need to go grab a cup of coffee or something like that, and that's casual enough for people to brush it off, but it's significant enough for us to hear it and be like, oh, okay.
Okay.
But we
So
have to remember that.
I hate it, but I will comply, given I'm the only British person in the family.
Oh,
your
yeah,
trigger.
sweet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Okay.
So if anybody says let's go grab a cup of coffee to someone else, it means okay, shit's happened. Let's go talk. Yeah.
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 All right. Sorted.
Put it in like a sentence. Don't be all
Yeah,
inconspicuous
yeah.
and just be like coffee.
Yo,
Coffee!
coffee
Yeah.
now.
Coffee now. Coffee.
Yeah. Hey, I think we should go grab a cup of coffee. Easy as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy as.
Oh.
Okay.
That's fine. I can remember that.
Also,
That's easy.
one thing for you cops, if you're ever in a hostage situation, use 1096 and I will know what that means, okay? Yeah. If you're like in a car with somebody and they've got a gun to the back of your head, you say, yeah, I'm out in a 1096. Because the criminal's never going to know what that
Really?
means, but I'm going to know what they mean.
Oh.
You guys
What's
don't.
the 1096?
It's a mental subject.
Oh.
I used that once when I got kidnapped and it saved my life.
No, that's really
Nice.
good.
That's actually huge.
Lizzie
gonna remember
Bowen
that.
kidnapped me when she was having a beef with Matt.
Oh.
God damn. Okay.
Yeah, and she didn't know what it was, and then she actually, I think she liked it so much that she started using that as like her nickname or something. I think she changed her license plate to like 1096
Okay.
because she's
That's
she's
typical
actually
Lizzie,
she's
honestly.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I get along with her, but yeah, no, I definitely see her doing some crazy shit
Yeah.
like that. Okay. So just full transparency, like I said, I'm going to be discussing some of this with Nakota as far as like my stalking situation. And then of course, the stuff that at the hospital with our suspicions, because I'm sure Philip is probably going to talk to him as well. And then I'm just going to give Philip a heads up to, keep an eye out for him and to not, divulge anything important or
Details
if
off the
he's in or
phone,
around.
face
Yeah,
to face, nothing around him.
exactly.
And
Are there
I
any
think our
notable
phone
vehicles that
calls
the
are gonna
shitbag
have to be
drives?
less as well.
Sorry, what was that, Maple? I mean to talk
Uh,
over you.
We're just gonna have to talk on the phone less if we're gonna
yeah,
play this
a
up too.
lot of face-to-face conversations.
I need
You're
food.
starving.
You know what's crazy? I left the PD and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab 20 bags of chips because this is bound to have someone forgetting food.
Thank you.
Oh, nice. Okay, good. Thank you.
My 7 bags are down to 7. Or sorry, my 20 bags are down to 7. But does anybody need a
Yeah,
bag of
my
chips?
30 candy bars are down to 7.
I just ran out of my 20 bags of chips.
I did not expect to still be awake at this point in time.
I know,
Yeah.
baby. I'm
Me and Edda were literally going to bed, and then I heard the
Yeah.
door open, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Host!" And now we're
Yeah.
here, 3 hours later.
Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're good,
we attacked Ziggy in our pajamas. He was like, "What the fuck?" And then he sees the wall and he's like, "Oh no, it's too early for this."
I like that when you called, you said, no, you don't understand. And you know what?
Mhm.
I didn't understand.
No,
I thought I
no,
did.
you really didn't.
I thought
You
I
really
thought I
didn't.
was all caught up, but it turns out
No. Nope.
Yeah,
I should shut the fuck up.
Everybody's reaction to the wall is kind of great. I kind of want to leave it there for a little bit.
Well, I was gonna suggest before we all take off, or at least before I take off, suggesting maybe ripping down the post-it notes just to be safe.
I need to write it all down.
That's fine.
Would anyone like to make a small donation of around $12,000 to Ziggy's gun fund? Because I can't afford it.
I just spent $14,000
Yeah.
on a gun and a mag.
Where's
I
all your
have
money,
no
Ziggy?
money.
Yeah.
It's fun. I haven't been working the past like week and a half because of all
Where
of this.
did my 10 grand go that I gave you?
I'm down to 17.
The 10 grand went into the gun license that we bought. Do you not remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I can't afford a fucking gun.
I started
okay,
today at
so-
$47,000 and I have 3.
Oh fuck.
Question. Since the whole Forte thing is agreed upon, is Maeve also included in that since she is
I just think
constantly
anybody associated with Forte, if he's gonna try and be a nosy prick,
yeah.
put simply, I think anybody who he associates with just
So
be mindful.
She was literally parked across the street from the house, just sitting in her car the other day.
So Maeve
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that
Okay.
either.
Maeve is
the hell's wrong with
someone
Maeve?
who worries quite a bit, and she tries to check in. Frankly, Forte does not deserve Maeve, but she, worries and does her best to check in all the time. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter because she is the most I can fix 'em girly that I have ever met.
Ew.
She
Also, a
can't-
therapist
no,
that
she
sleeps
can't
with
be
her
trusted.
patients.
Yeah. She
Yeah,
can't be
that's
trusted.
a huge
Yeah.
yikes from me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I get it.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be that bitch. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
So okay, well, okay, we're agreed upon then. No Forte, no Maeve.
Yeah.
They're not to be trusted.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you some money, Ziggy.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'll transfer money into your account, baby.
I need to pull some hours.
$250 an hour. Smile.
Oh, is that what we're getting paid now?
No, that's what I'm getting paid as a doctor.
What?
Oh, you didn't hear about that.
Oh,
After the
This
election
has
results,
to be illegal.
Yeah, well,
Oh, it
yeah.
is.
After the election results, and Cantor was reelected, and as was Max, he went in and immediately changed doctor and EMS pay to $250 an hour because they did not support him.
Okay, you need to get a minimum wage act ASAP.
Yeah, no, that is already, Philippa and I have already been drafting one. We will be
Jesus
presenting it on
Christ.
Saturday. Yes,
Oh
that is the
my
other
God.
legislation we're working on. The thing is we didn't know it could go that low. That's why nobody's ever done that before. I thought the lowest it could go was like 500.
What a psycho.
But the thing is that's what people don't understand is like he was given all of this power, but he has divulged none of it. We don't know the details of any of it. Like we don't
He could
know
have nukes, guys. He could have
how do you
nukes.
legislate? How do you legislate something that you don't know the limits of? You know what I mean? Like,
We're entering our own Cold War.
and this is literally like new territory. We've never had somebody this off the hinges in power before. And that's really saying something considering we had motherfucking Denzel Williams as a mayor.
True.
So now that he is doing things that actually allow us to go, okay, no, enough is enough, because not even now the federal government said, well, no, because this is where I'm drawing the line. And if I have to answer to the feds, then so be it. But something has to be done. Enough is enough. Somebody has to stop him, and I will be damned if it's not going to be me.
Yeah, nice.
And I know that's not what y'all want to hear.
That's what I want to hear.
With my last breath, I will make sure that he is removed from power. But
Hopefully it
in
doesn't come to
saying that, I am also a born and raised Texan. I am built different. I don't go down easy. So,
bitch, yes. All right.
I pledge
yeah, brother.
allegiance to the
Shut the
Texas
fuck up, Fluff.
No,
I am so tired of listening to
one and
Cornwood
indivisible.
say that fucking
okay,
pledge
listen.
baby.
every fucking night.
I'm sorry,
Roll Tide.
but again,
No,
no, that's
that's
Alabama.
Alabama.
Again, I am
Don't
a
worry,
born
Richard,
and
I
raised
don't- I'm
Texan,
Canadian,
and
I
I
don't-
have never heard any kind of pledge to Texas ever in my life.
What? I'm
Oh.
sorry. What?
I never. I have never heard of a pledge to Texas in my
okay.
fucking entire life. I have
Having
never.
grown up in Texas and gone to public school, we said it just after the Pledge of Allegiance.
No, we
to the...
never said it.
See, I thought you were Canadian.
No, I'm not Canadian. Oh my god.
I'm Canadian.
Yeah, he's Canadian.
No,
Fuck.
you act. You both act. You both look and act Canadian. You both.
No.
Like, see, you literally look like a Sasquatch.
I literally my every outfit that I have includes cowboy boots. I'm literally wearing some. What
Just because you try and be from Texas doesn't mean you are from Texas.
How
Okay, wait.
dare you?
There
I
is a
can't
tried
believe
and
this.
true. Hold on.
I need a
Tried
gun
and
right
true
now. I
test.
need a gun right now.
There's a
Saying
test.
Ziggy's not Texas is like him saying you're not British.
fucked
Hold
up.
on. There is a tried and true test of knowing when somebody is a Texan or not. The stars at night are big, and bright.
Oh my god! I haven't heard
Finish
that in
it.
so fucking long.
Finish it.
Oh, it's been a while. The stars at night are big and bright. Something. Fuck! Oh my god, I'm forgetting it.
You're
He
failing.
choked.
Wow.
He choked. He's
All
not
right.
Texas.
I'm gonna go jump
This
off the
ain't
balcony.
Texas. We
Can we
are
just say
home.
that Bucky's
All right, hey,
Deep in the heart of Texas.
that is the new Texas anthem, frankly. I fucking
Oh my
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Can we
That's
get a
okay,
big
that's
sign
all
that
right.
just says "Welcome to Bucky's"?
Yeah.
Oh fuck yes. Oh my god. I
Yeah.
really could go with some.
Yeah.
Yep. I want some beaver nuggets now.
They're too sweet.
Is that like Dino Nuggets but beavers?
No,
Well, no,
Um,
it's like puffed corn, drenched in like butter
Sugar.
and caramel, and it's
Oh
so
my
good.
god.
Oh my god.
What?
They're hella rich. Oh my god. But they're
God.
they're like crack. You have no idea. Oh,
Yeah.
my mouth's watering just thinking about it.
I think I'm gonna get in the. Actually, I'm too fucking tired for that. Never mind.
What?
God, I want a burrito.
Oh my god. No. What?
They got the fucking jerky stand too.
Oh.
Every time I walk by, they got the fresh cut meats and the banana pudding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the brisket sandwiches you can get, just already like prep right then
I
and
got
there
a
on
double
everything.
XL brisket sandwich last time. That shit actually weighed more than
A
my
small
life.
child.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, we've derailed. There's 3 of you here who need sleep, so you should go and get that. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god! Hey, great.
Two, at least.
Yeah.
I am not going to be sleeping anytime soon.
Okay. Well.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
fuck.
take it easy, guys. Keep in touch.
Yeah.
And
Knock knock.
Yes.
Right.
who there?
Are you
The
leaving?
coffee. Remember.
Knock knock.
Go and get coffee. Knock knock. Who's there?
Not me.
Okay.
So stupid. I knew he was gonna do that.
Have a good night, guys.
Take it easy.
You too, Sean.
Ziggy,
Yes.
I'm so when Solomon called me, he said that he had something he had to do, but he'd be back in a couple of hours, and then we
Sure.
can do our thing.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Fine.
so that's why I'm going to be sticking around.
Oh right. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
All right. Let me change outfits.
Let me have, please. Bye. Love you.
What do I wear?
All right.
Oh, there's a
Sure.
TV. Yeah. Did that just show you the cameras that was watching the house?
I haven't seen them yet. I mean, I saw the angles from which they were took, but I haven't seen them.
Yeah, they were up on the house over there, so
Can we not take them down?
I can't see anything up there, so you need to. Oh, you get in.
Well, you did say that you were going to give me a little bit of money so I could buy a gun.
Oh, that's true.
No.
Do you need a license, or do you see that?
I already have a license, so.
Where's the ATM?
We could just. There's a bank here in Toledo. No, we just make it left.
Oh yeah, that's true.
God, this is such a nice car. Fuck.
Pretty cheap too. It was only 22 grand.
Damn. Yeah. I'm gonna go make an outfit change as well. I'm gonna get dressed up like they don't know how I dress up, so I don't get fucking kidnapped.
You really think they're gonna target you like that?
Say again?
You think they're gonna target you like that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think so. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they did the same to everybody else in the family.
How would they know that you are involved?
The assumptions, and they would just do it anyway.
Do you know who kidnapped whoever it was?
No, unfortunately. Actually,
How much do you need there?
So the gun cost 10 grand, and then ammo cost like, I want to say like 4 grand after that if I want to have a decent bit. But that's, you know, you don't need to do all of that.
I'll give you 15, and
Okay.
you can pay me back. I'll charge you 10% a week. Okay.
Okay.
Right. What's your
Right.
state ID?
1267.
1267. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know who it was?
I don't know me personally, but I was told that it was a group named the Besties. I don't know who that consists of.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've heard of that. I'm trying to remember exactly who it is. I think if I remember, I think Forehead's name was thrown around on the radio. And I think it was like when I was hearing it, I was like, oh, that just sounds like, remember Gulag Gang? There was like a couple members of those guys.
Yeah. Could
and then
you
there was
drop me over the house?
Of course. Wait, you need a gun.
Oh, yeah, there's an ammunition here in Polito as well.
Yeah.
Down here. Yeah. Okay. All right. I can see how that. Yeah. All right. I think those guys are. I don't think that they actually care about, you know, who or why they're doing it. They're just, you know, probably being paid or something, for a favor or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows? I don't really know what they're involved with much.
Yeah.
I can tell you everybody in their fucking nan's involved with drugs.
Yeah. It's okay.
Oh, yeah. Go buy your gun. I'll do the door. Actually, you know what? Give me a repair kit, please, sir.
All right. I only have so many tools left in it, but there you go.
Thank you. Is someone selling drugs on the roof? I think someone's selling drugs on the roof. Actually, I want to go look, because that person's running into that wall over there. Should we go see?
Oh wait, fuck! Hold on. I totally forgot to buy.
Yeah, thank you for the raid, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Welcome, raiders. He sounds good to run into you, dude. It was nice. You must be tired as shit though, man. What time is it for you? It's like 9 a.m. or something?
We're good.
Can you satisfy my curiosity for a second there?
Sure.
And now that you've got a gun, I feel even safer doing this, sir.
All right.
Put your head down.
Okay.
Is there a ladder back here?
There's. Are you trying to get up on the roof? Oh, there is a ladder somewhere around here. I want to say that I was looking around like a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, right here.
If anyone else, we're just looking for a spot for a dramatic conversation, okay?
Right, of course.
Don't have your gun out.
Yeah.
It's 9:30 a.m. Oh my god. You do a lot of investigating? You think that's ever going to change for Richard there? Come up here, Ziggy.
Coming. Shouldn't be doing this in a tight suit.
You'll get used to it.
Okay. See what you're getting. Smart.
I'm here.
Yeah, we can see it from here.
See the house?
Yeah.
You can.
Straight down that street. That's us. It'd be hard to, I think, maybe, I don't know.
Someone could be watching us from here all day.
Yeah.
This is not what I wanted to come up here for. I thought there was going to be people on the roof of this building right here. I saw like a local running into it. But there isn't. Okay, well, it wasn't what I come up here to look at. Wait, you've got a camera? What the hell?
Yes. Yeah.
I also had a camera at some point, but it broke. All right, let's go.
It's good to have. What are we looking for?
I thought someone was selling drugs over there, and I wanted to see.
Oh, okay. I believe in you. Just do a little step up. Oh, okay.
Thanks, Iggy. Really helped. Think multiple groups are trying to take down the max. Yeah, seems like it. It's almost like he plays a really good antagonist for a lot of people. That guy knows how to roleplay. Right, you want to go back to the house? Or?
Yeah, I was just gonna scoop up my car and maybe do some lawyer work for the day. Just gotta be careful about who I meet with, I guess.
Yeah.
1096, right?
1096, yeah.
Okay.
Share that to a cop. I mean, it's difficult for you because, you know, but you are an ex-cop, so.
Right.
But even cops can look that up.
Yeah. Okay.
Who the hell's running over there? What the hell?
You gonna go find out?
Not really.
I do.
Oh God.
Oh. There might be your drug sales. Oh, that is. Yeah, that person is selling drugs on there. There you go.
You know, Ziggy, I went down into that little hut down there like last week, and I went inside and just written in big red letters on the wall, just said, "I am not your friend."
Jesus, that's.
It was really spooky.
Yeah. Okay. One time I found moonshiners down there.
Moonshine.
Mm-hmm.
They drink in Texas, right? It's like a delicacy.
I wouldn't say delicacy, but sure. They, some people do drink that. Yeah.
All right.
All right. I'll call you if you need anything. All right.
Take it easy. Is there any point me leaving Palito? Holy shit! The roleplay just hasn't stopped today. I'm about to get another phone call. I can feel it in my roleplay bones. How's it been 5 hours? It's a good thing. 100%. Why have I got this weird... Let's sort that out. This weird thing in chat where everybody's marked as a raider. Yeah, this shit with Max getting spicy. I really want to... Dark really wants to hire counterintelligence. That's Jordan. Dark wants to hire some counterintelligence against First, but I think we should wait until it's confirmed. But it does sound pretty confirmed, but like hire another news person to go against First. But I feel like all the people in news that are like at the top that are actually like news reporters and not just criminals doing the job are going to be all buddy, which is the only worry. The PD in Palito to open? Oh yeah, we won't have to leave Palito. Yeah, you're right. We just dispatch up in Palito. No, we'd still dispatch down in the city. Dude, what a day. Holy shit. Let's go get some food. I think there's a vending machine down here. Gonna have to leave soon. Yeah. So we'll probably just chat for a minute and then I'll head out because I gotta take the dog to the vets for a follow-up. Just to check him out. He's good though. I think he's doing really good. That guy's sus. So then you've got this whole Norman thing. I think talking with Andy and Andy being very much on the same page as Dark was a good thing. I think Dark wants to, at the end of the day, I think Dark does want to stay involved in some capacity just to ensure... Who is this guy? Who is this guy running down the street here? I think Dark wants to stay involved because he's worried about like the whole idea that like someone's going to take Norman's place. And especially if like Andy's worried about Jackie now. Like Dark doesn't want Jackie to like do something like that and make a deal with him or something. Like is Jackie gonna want to like become what Norman is? Like, hopefully, if Dark can like be there and be like, you know what, guys, if there's a possibility that like no one has to take Norman's place, then let's just do that, right? So I think Dark just wanted to give the notes, not hear anything more until all the notes are together, let Norman say goodbye, and that be it. That'd be the end of it. The story wraps up, right? And then we've got this whole fucking mess. Forte is acting. This whole thing with Forte is insane. I don't know what the hell's happened here in the past few days. Because Dark and Forte have been on like good terms since the beginning. And then Forte and Flop were like, the whole reason that Forte was even considered for anything, like for family or anything, was because Flop was like, hey, we're going to adopt this guy. And then so now it's like a few months later and like it's completely the opposite. And Flop's like, nah, this guy ain't having nothing to do with us anymore. It's like, it's such a, it's like whiplash. And then it genuinely feels like the family is backed into a corner, and I love it, dude. It's so fucking spicy. I love this shit. But I do feel like someone's gonna have to flare their teeth at some point. Like someone's genuinely gonna have to flare their teeth. Who it's gonna be though, I don't know. Like, cause we can't just sit here and be like, okay, yeah, keep stalking us, keep doing all this shit, Max, smile, and just keep smiling and waving. You know what I mean? We can't just keep doing that. Like, what's gonna be the first move? Like, Max is playing chess, but he's just playing all the moves. He's on move fucking 10. He's on move 10, and we haven't made one yet. So what are we doing? I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. It's gonna be interesting. I say that much. It's gonna be real interesting. The timing of this all happening with Ziggy is just crazy too. Like the Ziggy ADMC storyline happening at the same time as this is just chef's kiss, dude. It's just chef's fucking kiss. I kind of in a really, some of me wants Dark to get nasty. Not petty, nasty. It's very different. Like what Matt does is petty. Like I want something to happen for Dark to get mean. I never get the chance to do any of that kind of stuff. Because I have like ideas in my head and I'm like, we could do that, but it doesn't make sense for Dark right now. But I'm like, if it did make sense, if we could do that, it would be so spicy. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.